pediatric allergist, Dr. Carla Davis. If your child has asthma, let's take a breath together and talk about it. Does your child need to use a quick relief inhaler or a breathing treatment more than twice a week to treat asthma? Has your child repeatedly awakened at night due to coughing, wheezing, or shortness of breath? Have you taken your child to the emergency room, urgent care, or hospital for asthma symptoms? Has your child missed school because of asthma? If you said yes to any of these questions, it's time to talk to an allergy and asthma specialist like me, who understands how difficult and frustrating it is to see your child struggle with asthma every single day. The good news is there are new ways and new medications to help you and your child take control of asthma and live an active life. If you feel your child's asthma is not under control, go to controlyourasthma.org.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. We are Blood Cancer United. We do the most for more people with blood cancer. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 70 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 7 o'clock. I'm Rob Taylor. This just into the KDKA Radio Newsroom. Pittsburgh police investigating after a 17-year-old male was shot and killed overnight in downtown. Shooting happened at Penn and 7th Avenues around 12:15 this morning. 17-year-old was shot in the chest, taken to the hospital where he later died. Police detained one person for questioning, but no formal arrests have been made. And right now, no word on any suspect descriptions. Allegheny County Police say at least one person was shot and taken to the hospital during a pool party Saturday night in Penn Hills. Police say it happened near the Olympic Swim Club on Twin Oak Drive. More than 100 people were at this pool party when officers were called to the area around 10:25 Saturday night. Witnesses say they heard multiple gunshots. No word on any suspect descriptions. The person who died following a two-vehicle crash Saturday morning in Westmoreland County has been identified. Officials say the crash happened along Route 66 at Vermont Drive in Washington Township. Nicholas Grisbeck, police say, was traveling northbound on Route 66, crossed the center line, and then struck a pickup truck head-on. Grisbeck died in that crash. Another person was taken to a local trauma center. Unclear their condition this morning. The crash remains under investigation. Flag Day officially is today, and many Pittsburghers may not know that the National Flag Foundation is in downtown Pittsburgh. Not Philly, not Washington, not New York, not Boston.
And it was brought here many years ago to highlight the importance of our region in history, ranging from the Revolutionary War through the Industrial Revolution, and even now with energy.
As the foundation's chairman, Romel Nicholas, on the Big K Morning Show, he talked about its mission.
Its mission is simple: to educate about the American flag and honor those who serve to protect it.
National Flag Foundation is located at the Coppers Building in downtown. KDK Radio News Time at 7:02. Time to call Highwood Cemetery to ensure your family's grave sites are protected now and in the future. 412-766-6600. AccuWeather forecast, the rainy one coming up.
Tickets for Kids will host the Dress Big Happy Hour on Wednesday, July 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. in the Casamigos Club at PPG Paints Arena. Join sports celebrities and TFK's friends from the ticketing, nonprofit, corporate, and foundation communities for a silent auction, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, and the chance to play carnival games on the arena floor. For tickets, go to the events link at ticketsforkids.org.
In Pittsburgh, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 25 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments,
Grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Here she comes! Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop! Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations! Also, there's a beehive outside your store! And they're super aggressive! There's thousands of them!
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise? Saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired! Gross!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
There will be clouds and sun today with a couple of gusty thunderstorms from the late morning and into the evening. Storms can bring flooding as well, becoming partly cloudy later tonight. High 79 with a low of 54. Tomorrow, pleasant and less humid of times of clouds and sun. High 69. Then Tuesday, partly sunny and nice. High 73. For AccuWeather, I'm Nicole Joniak, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's time to get green. Doug Oster is here. All natural, no pesticides, no artificial ingredients. The Organic Gardener is on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Oh, I can tell you, he's here. He is Doug Oster, DougOster.com. 10th caller at 412-922-1020 wins a gift certificate right now from Sorgles. And he's got a fish story or two to tell you before we welcome our first guest. And then eventually, a little about 20 minutes or so from now, it'll be Davey Tree talking tree. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning. Yes, our first guest is Jordan Molino, Associate Director of Exhibits at Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Gardens, talking about the Summer Flower Show, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. If you haven't been to Phipps since you were a kid and you don't see these shows, this is one you should see. It's amazing. Then later today, we'll talk to Luke Werner from the Davey Tree Expert Company all about getting ready for summer storms, which is a good topic today. And Rob, I met your biggest fans last weekend at the event for Zachary's Mission at Mike's Beer Bar. Is that what it's called? Yes, Mike's Beer Bar.
North Shore.
And they want to know everything about you. Etna, Joe, and Midge, they were picking my brain, and they just love what you do. They love how you talk about the old days, and so...
It's a nice place.
Well, it was nice to hear that, they were...
you were buying them free beer, weren't you?
No, they bought me beer.
Did they?
Yeah, so...
That's a cool place.
Oh, yeah, it is. We had a lot of fun and raised a lot of money for the charities, so I just wanted to let you know you got a lot of fans out there, okay?
Well, I know that they serve that beer that we love, Iron City beer there, so last Sunday, and I was thinking...
They got like 500 beers, right?
I know they do, but Iron City's always got to be everywhere. But I was out at the Pittsburgh Brewing location out there along Route 28. Unbelievable. It would be paradise for you.
I was up there for an event with the Jagoff's podcast, and I was very impressed with that facility. My gosh, that's something, right on the river and everything.
Creighton, PA. Yep, check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, Han Nursery has a pepper that I've become obsessed with, and it's called Chiltepin. I found it last year, and it makes a hot pepper that's about half the size of a pea, only it puts on hundreds. And I didn't think anything about it. I was just like, they call it the mother of all peppers. It's a native pepper from the Southwest and from Mexico. And I started giving the peppers to people. And this year, people were saying, "Can you get me a plant? Can you get me a plant? This is an amazing pepper," because you don't really have to chop it up or anything. You throw one little pepper into a dish or two, and it just kind of falls apart. And it's an amazing tasting pepper. It's hot, but the heat goes away quickly. And very cool pepper, very easy to grow. I bought them at the end of the season, end of the planting season last year, but this year I've got them going and doing their thing, and it's going to be fun because there are going to be so many peppers on it. So I know that Han has like 3 trays of it, and even the woman at the beer distributor, I gave her some hot peppers, and this year she's like, I got to have plants for this thing. And just, like I said, little itty bitty red peppers that'll wake you up.
Clear your sinuses out.
Yeah. And I have to say that working out in this humidity before the weather broke, it might have been the first day that I can remember where I really didn't enjoy gardening. Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal. Maybe I'm getting too old for this, Rob. I was sitting down. I was working. I was sitting down and walking back and forth, trying to get everything done in the garden. I leave for Poland on Thursday. Next week, Mrs. Know-It-All is going to host the show. And then the week after that, we're going to have a special guest, which Rob will tell you about when we get a little closer. I have a friend that has some free cactus. He's a cactus collector, and some of them are really big. If you are interested in adopting some of these cactus, send me an email through my website, dougoster.com, and we will hook you guys up. I've already connected him with another cactus collector, but fun things to grow. Just be careful. And it's not too late to start a garden. That's what my class was about last week. And if you didn't get your stuff in, today is a number 1 day for planting. If the weather forecast holds, we've got rain coming for most of us around 10 o'clock till noon. We've got a break, and then it comes back at 4 o'clock. Cloudy day, rainy day. Perfect day for planting. The nurseries are stocked with things. We can plant tomatoes, peppers, all sorts of plants, cucumber plants, you name it. And lots of annuals. There are some sales out there, too, already, although most of those start in July, but I saw a lot of sales out there. I mean, you can plant bush beans all the way up to halfway through July, but keep your greens going, the lettuce and all those other things, flowers, herbs, you name it. You can plant it right now, and the lilies have started to bloom, and this is so wonderful. There's a heirloom that's started blooming a couple days ago. I'm going to post about it as soon as I get home today after the show. It's called Regal, and it's white with a yellow throat, and then the outside petals have like a rose color to them. And during that humid time, the fragrance is just hung in the air all over the garden. I guess that was the best part of working in that humid weather. But I'm telling you, it was wearing me out. But almost done with complete planting. I'm always planting all summer long. I'm always adding something. I'm always sticking something in a container. There's always something to do, but the main garden is in place, tomatoes and peppers. I've got a few more things to put in. A few more plant deliveries today to some friends. I do have a greenhouse still filled with peppers. Keep an eye on my social media, because Tuesday or Wednesday I just might be dropping these plants off somewhere, and you could just get them for free, but we'll see what I could do. I'm still trying to give them away to friends, and it's all sorts of weird tomatoes and such like that. I always start too many. And last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago. Yes, 2 years ago, I announced to myself, a big announcement, that it was the year of the foxglove. And I planted all these foxglove seeds. And foxglove seeds are hard to grow in the fact that they're dust-like. They need to be surface sowed, which means you fill a container up with soil. It's moist soil, and you sprinkle the seeds on top, and then you just kind of push them in. Then you cover it with clear plastic because it needs light to germinate, and we just wait. And I had reasonable germination, and I planted them. But this year I had a beautiful and I posted it on my Facebook. A beautiful yellow foxglove, perennial, not a biennial, a perennial. And I was just so happy to see it because it's really kind of covered with, it's right next to these hardy bananas, and you don't really see where the rosette, the smaller part of the plant, till it starts to flower. So that was pretty exciting. This year is the year of the salvia. I planted some perennial salvia from seeds. Again, I never do as well with these perennials that I do with like the tomatoes and peppers and annuals and stuff. I've got to work on that. That might be something that I can fill the greenhouse with in July. Some shade-loving perennials from seed, and just experiment with that a little bit. It's always learning, Rob. We're always learning, whether it's in life or in the garden. I did see a really amazing picture of Elizabeth Montgomery, by the way, online. Rob loves Elizabeth Montgomery.
I do.
And so I thought of you yesterday, also, and thought about you last week with your world's biggest fans, bending my ear for a half hour about you. I want to hear about me, Rob. That's what they should be talking about. Like, oh, we're a big fan of yours. No, I'm a big fan of Rob.
Where'd you get to eat over there?
We didn't eat there. That was funny. I know.
Great food.
Ridiculous. A bunch of friends came, and while I was doing my thing, and they were doing their thing, which meant drinking beer.
I get it.
And so we're leaving a place that they make steaks on a stone to go to some other place that has a food truck. Well, we got to the place with the food truck. The food truck was empty. I just told everybody, I said, have a good afternoon. I need to eat. So I was back home within, 10 minutes.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
All right, who's coming up?
My friend Jordan Molino from Phipps Conservatory, talking all about this fabulous show, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I can't wait to take my grandkids there. This one was 2 years in the making. It's really cool. So it's amazing. And then later on today, we'll talk to Luke Warner from the Davy Tree Expert Company, all about getting ready for these storms.
All coming up next on The Organic Gardener with Doug Oster, DougOster.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
News Radio, KDKA, Sports.
Sports brought to you by Coons Quality Foods with 8 locations to serve your Pittsburgh tradition. This time, the bullpen did not let the Pirates down, and Bubba Chandler had a quality start. They beat Miami 3-2. Two teams again today, PNC Park, 135 first pitch, 93-7 the Fan. San Antonio last night, Jalen Brunson and the comeback Knicks did it again, and now they're champion Knicks for the first time in 53 years. He had 15 points in the fourth quarter and 45 overall in a 94-90 Game 5 win. Here's the results from the overnight 2026 World Cup matches. June 13th and 14th, Qatar salvaged a late 1-1 draw against Switzerland. Brazil and Morocco battled to a 1-1 tie. Scotland secured a 1-0 victory over Haiti, and Australia was also a winner. Carolina leads 3-2 in the Stanley Cup final. They can wrap it up against Vegas tonight. RBC Canadian Open through 3 rounds. Jackson Suber, 13 under, 1 shot lead in the Riverhounds. Took on the Indy 11 last night at FNB Stadium and got a 1-0 win. More sports, 93.7thefan.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. It's my husband, it's my sons, it's me. When we take a case, we see a family just like ours. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. It's an honor to fight for you when you need our support the most. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and your family.
Morgan & Morgan, 603 Stanwyck Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lawyer will handle Pennsylvania cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
For a beautiful garden that's healthy and safe, use Dramatic Organic Fertilizers by Dram. It's the organic choice to produce brilliant fruits and vegetables that are healthy for your family. And because it's all natural, it's safe for barefoot fun and playful pets. Available at your local garden center or nursery. Ask for Dramatic Organic Fertilizers. Visit us online at dram.com. Dramatic Organic for dramatic results.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Doug Oster tells you how to keep it green. The Organic Gardener is on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm sitting at Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Gardens with my friend Jordan Molino. She's the Associate Director of Exhibits here. And I'm a big fan of what you do, Jordan. You know that. We've been working together for many years. I've added a lot of plants to my garden from looking at your shows. But this one, I love all your shows, but this thing, this is over the top, okay? This is something else. Tell me about it.
This is over the top. It's a beast of a show, and it's absolutely fabulous. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And it's always been a goal here at Phipps with the shows to inspire our guests with the awesomeness of plants. And what better way to do that with a wonderland? So it really allowed us the opportunity to get bizarre and creative with the plant selection in the show and really highlight a lot of unique and unusual things, as well as pulling the characters from the original story by Lewis Carroll. It's a really wonderful story. Certainly you feel like you're going down a rabbit hole as soon as you walk into the Palm Court here.
I know it's at least a year in advance to plan one of these. Tell me about putting it together and brainstorming about how you were going to bring the story to life.
Well, and this show has been about 2 years in the making, just because we knew it was going to be bigger than our typical shows and that it would require a lot of characters to bring to life. So the very initial concept for this, you know, I had to go back and reread the book. It's been a while, Doug. So I did go back and reread that book and think about all of the characters and really how we could bring them to life through plants. So there are many topiary characters throughout the show made with both living and dried plant material. And so that's a cross collaboration between the exhibits team building those custom frames. You know, nobody out there in the world makes a Cheshire Cat topiary frame that we can then work off of. So a lot of these were custom builds in-house. And then we're working with our greenhouse production team to plant up a lot of these topiaries so that they do come to life through living plants. And you know, giving them haircuts back in the greenhouse as they're growing before they even come out to the gardens. A total cross collaboration.
Tell me what we'll see when we walk into the Sunken Garden.
Oh, the Sunken Garden is so much fun. As soon as guests walk in, they're greeted by an oversized book, and it's an excerpt from the book that really introduces guests to the three characters that are in the room. So the dodo, the mock turtle, and the griffin are all topiaries that you'll see in the Sunken Garden. The dodo is fabulous. I absolutely love it. It's a giant planted bird, planted with fescue. So it's got this great kind of blue-green featheriness to it. And then we've added details using preserved foliage and preserved blue feathers as well. He kind of has a cane that he's holding, and he's looking very cool. The mock turtle is very fun too. So the whole back of the turtle shell is planted in sempervivums, 3 different varieties to kind of get like a really cool turtle shell look. And then the topiary griffin is so awesome. The whole body, so a griffin is part eagle, part lion animal. So, you know, we had to make a really unusual animal shape out of a couple different animals here. The body itself is planted in ajuga that's got this great like bronzy color to it. And then we did a full kind of feathered look with preserved leaves for the eagle portion of it.
The scale of the show is unbelievable. And as you said, spending 2 years planning it, is it more daunting or more exciting, or is it both, and putting something like this together? I've never seen anything like it for the summer show. Like I said, the scale is just off the chart.
I'd say it's more rewarding. The amount of work that has gone into this show, the amount of thought beyond our team thinking about telling the storyline through the custom illustrations that our marketing team had made by an illustrator just to represent the entirety of the show, to thinking about all of the excerpts from the original novel that we have throughout the conservatory. It's a team-wide effort to really bring this show to life and to make it very polished. And so, yeah, I would definitely say it's more rewarding the more work that you put into it. And let me tell you, I was pretty tired by the very end of the installation for this show. I was like, get me off of this 30-foot lift in the air, hanging this rabbit hole in the palm court. So, it's definitely feeling very good now that it's in. And the guests that are coming through have nothing but amazing things to say about this show. So that's been really cool, too.
Well, I think watching the kids go through, I guess kids of all ages, seeing them come through and just seeing them just like in awe is pretty spectacular. Is there a spot in the show that is one of your favorites, or is the whole thing a favorite?
Yeah, there's a hidden spot in the South Conservatory. So as guests walk in, they're greeted by this 9-foot-tall Queen of Hearts in this kind of Queen's court in front of a giant castle. But as you walk behind the castle, it turns into this more intimate photo opportunity, and we've created 2 heart thrones where people can sit down in these big throne chairs that have big oversized hearts behind them and take a picture. So we have a selfie station there where you can set your phone back, sit down in the thrones and take a photo, which has been a lot of fun. But it's kind of that thing that you have to discover.
Let's talk a little bit of nuts and bolts, because as we're sitting here, I would estimate the temperature to be about 127, and the watering. How do you keep the plants looking so good? Because they all look great.
Yeah, so many of our horticulturists start at 6:30 in the morning, starting with watering the plants. Most everything in the conservatory is hand watered, so it gets that attention to detail from day-to-day basis. Some things are on a drip irrigation, some of our hanging baskets, things that are a little bit harder to reach, but most everything is hand watered for that personal attention to detail. Everything is done and watered before we open to the public at 9:30.
Well, I was just teasing about the temperature. It's warm, but it's nothing like that. You expect when you're walking through a greenhouse in the summer that you're going to have some warmth, but no worries, everyone's getting through fine. When you put something like this together, when you spend 2 years doing it, what do you hope that the people that come look at it get out of it?
Oh, this show is so much fun. We have so many interactive opportunities to really have fun and be a part of this show. Thinking about the Mad Tea Party, this big table setting we have in our East Room, where we actually invite guests to take a seat and sit down at the tea party. There's just so much to see. And being able to provide those opportunities to interact with the show and to have a lot of fun, to me, bringing that joy to people of all ages is really the most fun for the show.
Well, Jordan, you've even brought joy to this old jaded gardener.
Would you like to have a cup of tea at the tea party with me?
Let's go.
Okay, great.
Thanks again.
The show Alice's Adventures in Wonderland runs through September 27th, so you have all summer to see it, and I cannot say it enough. This is one of the most spectacular designs and shows that I've seen at Phipps, and I've seen them all in the last 30 years. So get out there and go visit Phipps. You'll have a lot of fun.
All right, back with Davey Tree, Luke Warner, talking trees, getting ready for those storms next.
What are you doing today? Of course, sorghels has to be on your list. Hi, this is Randy Sorghel. Gardeners, we still have all of your gardening needs. Annuals, perennials, shrubs, and trees are still in great stock. Browse our home accents for home decor. And if you have young kids or grandkids, our baby apparel is thought to be the best in the area. and our market boasts fresh fruit and vegetables. Our bakery, deli, wine shop, hand-dipped ice cream. Our gift barn and naturally Sorgles with over 2,000 gluten-free selections. And of course, Arsenal Cider's tasting room. Tiny town for the kids to play, and visit our goats, they're so comical. So at Sorgles, we have lots for you to do. For many, it's their happy place. Forget what the news is saying about the world, and come relax and let Sorgles be your happy place. 724-935-2090.
Hey, this is Lisa. You'll only find me at Nest Expressions Window Fashions. Blind shades, shutters, and draperies are my passion. Call me 724-933-5500. NestExpressions.com.
Pittsburgh, Larry Richard here. Let's go to Paris to cheer on the black and gold. I have your golden ticket through AAA October 21st through the 26th. We're taking over the City of Light. Round trip flights, a luxury Marriott stay, game tickets, and an epic black and gold kickoff party. Double occupancy packages starting at $7,199. Space is extremely limited. Call 800-354-8761 or visit your local AAA branch now. Here we go to Paris with AAA Travel.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times, but when you need us, we're here for you, and we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 70 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 7:30. I'm Rob Taylor. Pittsburgh police are investigating after a 17-year-old male was shot and killed overnight in downtown. Shooting happened at Penn and 7th Avenues around 12:15 this morning. 17-year-old was shot in the chest, taken to the hospital where he later died. Police detained one person for questioning, but no formal arrests have been made. Right now, no word on any suspect descriptions. Allegheny County Police say at least one person was shot and taken to the hospital during a pool party Saturday night in Penn Hills. Police say it happened near the Olympic Swim Club on Twin Oak Drive. More than 100 people were at the pool party when officers were called to the scene around 10:25 Saturday night. Witnesses say they heard multiple gunshots. No word on any suspect descriptions in that incident. The person who died following a two-vehicle crash Saturday morning in Westmoreland County has been identified. Officials say the crash happened along Route 66 at Mamont Drive in Washington Township. Nicholas Grisbeck, police say, was traveling northbound on Route 66, crossed the center line, struck a pickup truck head-on. Grisbeck died in that crash. Another person was taken to a local trauma center. It's unclear their condition, and the crash remains under investigation. Well, a roofer sustained life-threatening injuries after falling 30 to 40 feet at Robert Morris University in Moon Township. This incident happened Friday around noon. Robert Morris says the contractor was working at Washington Hall. Contractor's condition is unknown this morning. Well, New York City officials plan a ticker tape parade on Thursday to celebrate the Knicks winning the NBA Finals last night for the first time in 53 years. ABC's Anthony Carlo outside Madison Square Garden overnight.
The New York Knicks, NBA champions, and the fans here in New York City, I mean, gosh, they are flabbergasted over this. The Knicks had such a unifying effect on this city. I don't know what these people really want other than Jalen Brunson to hold some form of elected office at this point.
KDKA Radio News Time, 7:32. Let's get to the AccuWeather forecast. A rainy one coming up next.
A divorce is more than just legal paperwork. It's a life change. The stress, the uncertainty, the tough conversations. Cordell & Cordell understands what it's really like to face the unknown. The law firm of Cordell & Cordell has been representing clients during these transitions for over 35 years, helping you focus on what matters most. You don't have to go through it alone. If you or someone you know is facing a divorce or family law matter, visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township.
Hey, we got something really delicious waiting for you at Janoski's when they open at 8 today. They have pecks of shelled peas available now in the farm market. These peas are perfect for salads, boiling, steaming, and freezing. Simply pop, open the shell, and enjoy. $18 a peck basket. 4 peck baskets is the equivalent of a delicious bushel of those shell peas. Now, for multiple pecks, please call ahead. And again, they open at 8, 724-899-3438, 724-899-3438. Get shelling. Get to the farm. Janoski's in Clinton.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Expect a couple of thunderstorms beginning in the late morning and continuing into the evening hours. Expect a high of 79, then partly cloudy tonight with a low of 54. It will be nice tomorrow and less humid with a partly sunny sky, high 69. Then Tuesday, mix of clouds and sunshine, high 73. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Nicole Joniak, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us Monday in the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10. The world awaits for a peace deal. We'll have an update, plus our weekly visit with Lenny McAllister.
All right, what do you say we take the 10th caller right now to win a gift certificate to Janoski's in Clinton? 412-922-1020.
And now, it's time for Talking Trees, a service of the Davey Tree Expert Company.
We're joined by Luke Warner from the Davey Tree Expert Company. Good morning, Luke. How are you?
I'm doing well, Doug. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. We're going to talk about summer storms, but I just always want to talk a little bit about the season. How would you characterize the season? Oh, I couldn't imagine be working out in that weather and that humidity. I was working in the garden. It just about killed me. How did that affect our trees, or did it?
Yeah, I mean, we were... it was certainly pretty warm for the crews. It is extremely humid out there. And all that, that moisture we had a little bit earlier is great for the trees, but, we're still early in the summer.
Okay. So preparing for summer storms, when you go on a property and you're thinking that way, what's the first thing you're looking for?
We have to think what these summer storms bring. So, the 3 things that most summer storms are coming with are the high winds, oftentimes precipitation, and possibly lightning if it's going to be, a thunderstorm there. So thinking about how the trees move in the storms, how the wind impacts the canopy, how that precipitation saturates the soil, and what we can do proactively to prepare for those storms is really the best approach.
Proactively is the key, Luke. You don't want to be calling the tree guys after the storm. You want them there ahead of time. You want a certified arborist there taking a look, looking up at what's dead, what could be cut out of there, or what should be cut out of there. Discuss that a little bit, please.
Yeah, those, getting a certified arborist on the property to walk your property and kind of look at it to, first off, identify the hazards. So if there are the obvious, large dead limbs or hazardous trees that may be leaning, dead, or declining, we want to remove those trees first from the landscape if they're, within property damage, or if they're within space to cause that property damage. And then we want to look at possibly removing or pruning dead, dying, diseased limbs from those trees, clear or prune back the trees from your home, the utilities, be it overhead utilities like your electric, your cable and internet, those types of things. Look at the canopies to see if they're overly full. Maybe they need to be thinned out some. Those ultra full canopies can kind of act like a sail on a sailboat and kind of catch the wind versus the wind going through it. That's one of the reasons that in the summertime with the leaves on the trees, the storms can be a little bit different than they're going to be, in the winter when there are no leaves.
When you're watching the weather and you see one of these events possibly coming, how do you feel about it? It's going to change your workday. It's really going to change your workday.
Yeah. I look at it knowing that we need to prepare for that influx of calls that are going to happen. But I also, want to be and feel prepared on the other end for the clients that we're at all the time, pruning and taking care of those trees. And we get phone calls after the storm, more of like a kudos or a thank you that I'm glad we were in the right position. I'm glad we evaluate our trees because, these storms have come through and we haven't had the issues that we potentially could have.
And even if a tree is healthy, can it succumb to some kind of storm issue that's like a sort of a mystery? Like, you have this beautiful tree, we took care of it, but something happens, you get a microburst or something like that could take the tree down, right?
Yeah, 100%. Unfortunately, Mother Nature is predictable. So, we know the wind's coming. We can mitigate that a little bit. That precipitation, can saturate the soil. So now this root system is trying to hold on to the ground that might not be, it's a little bit more soupy than it should be with the excessive rain. But looking at those trees, looking at them in a different way, how branches connect to the main stem, and U, like the letter U versus the letter V, are very different branch unions. So you have a U union where it comes off. It's a much stronger connection than a tight V might be. So we may need to prune or remove some of those leads. We can also protect those branch attachments with cables, with bracing. So that's another way to prepare for those storms.
And in general, it's a good idea to keep your trees healthy. That's going to help for the storm, right?
Oh, yeah, certainly. And that might be, healthy trees are happy trees. Happy trees are stronger. And most of the time, those happy, healthy trees, not only can they resist storms a little bit better, but any, pests that may, come along. So healthy trees, healthy root system are very important to prepare for these winter storms.
With the weather we've had for the start of the season, are you seeing anything unusual? Any problems with fungal issues or pests? Or in my case, I said this a couple weeks ago, but maybe it's not playing out. But I'm not seeing on my hemlocks the hemlock woolly adelgid as bad after the winter, but 2 weeks ago, somebody was telling me it seems the same. So what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, with hemlock woolly adelgid specifically, it can vary site to site, and maybe those sites that are a little bit more exposed, where those pests were, kind of had to take on the weather, that cold winter we had, may have push them back a little bit. But, unfortunately, those woolly adelgids are so active throughout so many parts of the year that they can just really get a stronghold on the hemlocks. But we'll take all the help we can from Mother Nature. We certainly need that against our invasive pests.
When is the best time to treat with something like horticultural oil for hemlock woolly adelgid?
The dormant season is great. So that's obviously when your deciduous trees drop their leaves in that period in between that when they push on their new growth. So those woolly adelgids are active throughout the winter as well. But that horticultural oil works very well for the hemlocks.
Good moisture for the season so far for the trees? I think so, right?
Yeah, it has been nice so far.
When you're thinking about putting a tree in, do you consider like storms, or you're looking more at how big it gets, with the sun it needs, that sort of thing? But do storms come into your thinking when you're planting your tree, or not really? It's once the tree's in place.
No, it comes into play specifically on size of tree, and where that may be on, the exposure of the house. So if you're putting in a swamp white oak, you have to think how big that tree is going to get, what the proximity is to utilities or the home. So although you might not be just thinking about the storm's impact on that particular tree, you have to think of what that storm's impact is going to be on that tree and what that potential impact can be from the tree to the property.
Can you tell me quickly about that tree, swamp white oak? Because I keep hearing about it and I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very nice tree. It can do well, due to its name, it can do well in a little bit of those wetter areas. So a few years ago, I actually put a little swamp white oak grove in my yard. I put 3 of them together. I like groups of trees, but the swamp white, it's a beautiful tree, a very kind of a unique, more of a winged bark than some of the other oak trees can have. And I think if you talk to any arborist, they're going to like those little bit different trees that aren't on every property.
All right, Luke, hang in there. We'll have you back after the break. For more information about Davey Tree, or to ask what's going on with your trees, go to davey.com/KDKA. And remember, you can always call the experts, like Luke, from Davey Tree at 855-982-TREE. That's 855-982-8733.
All right, quick look at sports, and then we'll come back with Luke and Doug and me, wrap up the hour. Next hour, after Rob checks the news, top of the hour, marinating your meats and doing some great grilling things on the outside, because summer, the official start, just around the bend, but the weather is warming up. It's your Pratt Pack today on KDKA. Good morning.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. News Radio. KDKA. Sports.
Sports brought to you by Coons Quality Foods with 8 locations to serve you, a Pittsburgh tradition. This time, the bullpen did not let the Pirates down, and Bubba Chandler had a quality start. They beat Miami 3-2. 2 teams again today, PNC Park, 1:35 first pitch, 93-7 the fan. San Antonio last night, Jalen Brunson and the comeback Knicks did it again, and now they're champion Knicks for the first time in 53 years. He had 15 points in the fourth quarter and 45 overall in a 94-90 Game 5 win. Here's the results from the overnight 2026 World Cup matches. June 13th and 14th, Qatar salvaged a late 1-1 draw against Switzerland. Brazil and Morocco battled to a 1-1 tie. Scotland secured a 1-0 victory over Haiti, and Australia was also a winner. Carolina leads 3-2 in the Stanley Cup final. They can wrap it up against Vegas tonight. RBC Canadian Open through 3 rounds. Jackson Suber, 13 under, 1 shot lead in the Riverhounds. Took on the Indy 11 last night at FNB Stadium and got a 1-0 win. More sports, 93.7thefan.com.
Hard at work for over 75 years, Dram watering tools have been the professional's choice for quality and durability. Now you can create the softest shower of rain with a Dram rain wand in your garden. Choose from 9 water patterns for a variety of uses with a revolver spray gun. And use a color storm sprinkler for a lush playground. Quality you can depend on for a lifetime. Dram, the professional's choice for lawn and garden. Available at a fine garden center near you. Visit us online at dram.com.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Thank you, Andy Emroyd, for introducing Harmony Garden Organic Insect Control to Pittsburgh.
Nothing is safer, nothing works better in killing pesky insects. Protect all your plants with Harmony Garden Organic Insect Control. It is 100% non-toxic and earth-friendly, not insect-friendly.
But is it safe for our new puppy?
Harmony Garden OIC is safe for people and pets. Just spray and walk away.
Visit participating True Value hardware stores or go online to harmonyoic.com.
Keeping up with bills can be tough, but you don't have to do it alone.
Duquesne Light Company's Customer Assistant Program helps income-qualified customers lower their monthly electric bills. The employees at Duquesne Light realize these are difficult times, and they're committed to supporting our communities. Applying is simple. Just visit DuquesneLight.com/CAP and apply online. Don't wait. See if you qualify today. At Duquesne Light Company, they are here to help when you need it most.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation, and neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
Doug Oster tells you how to keep it green. The Organic Gardener is on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, we're going to go to the phones right now. We got Luke Warner here, Davey Tree, Talking Tree, Doug Oster, and let's say hi to Will in McDonald, PA. Go ahead, Will. Good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Hey, Will, thanks for hanging in there. Luke, we're changing the topic. We're going to tomatoes, so we're going to see what you know about tomatoes.
Oh, boy.
I don't know nothing about tomatoes, evidently. You know, this year I decided to plant a tomato in a big container. I got one of those big half-barrel containers. I put fresh dirt in it. I drained it well. Excuse me. I drained it well, and I picked up a tomato plant from a reputable nursery. And I planted it the way they recommend, kept the leaves off the bottom and all that. And it hasn't really done anything, and I've developed some white spots on the edge of the leaves that it's just not doing anything. What has happened to it?
What is the dirt you put in there? That's the question.
It's potting soil, you know, a bag of potting soil. It was fresh dirt right out of the bag.
You know, without seeing it, it's tough to diagnose. It's just like when someone calls you, Luke, and says the tree is doing this or that. I've got to see it in person. I need a picture. Could be overwatering, could be underwatering, could be stress. But if you've got it in a half barrel like that, and you've got good potting soil in there, and it's draining okay, I would just keep an eye on it. Maybe give it a little bit of liquid fertilizer and see how it reacts. Tomatoes are pretty tough. And they should be putting on a lot. If that tomato doesn't put on growth in the next 7 days, I would think about getting another plant and sticking it in there because there would still be time. But keep an eye on it. I think it's going to catch on and get going here. You'll be all right.
It hasn't done anything. No new growth, no anything. It's just kind of existing, and then, like I said, it's developed the spots on the leaves.
That's unusual. Why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you take a picture of those spots and then go to DougOster.com and send me an email through there, and we'll figure it out that way. Okay, well?
I'll try, yeah.
Thanks very much. All right, Luke, back to you and your storms. For somebody like me who lives in an oak forest, whenever the wind starts blowing like that, it's scary. And that's why I feel lucky to have Davey coming to the house, in my case, every 6 months. How often should a homeowner have a certified arborist come to their house? And if you could, just the importance of having a certified arborist. I tell people this every day, Luke, that certified arborists are bound by a code of ethics that you just don't want some guy coming to your place. He's always going to get work. So if you could discuss that a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important to have, again, like you said, the trained eye come to your house. They know what to look for, and they know the proper ways to mitigate that. I like to be on my client's property at least annually. I'd like to be there every year. That doesn't fit for everybody. Every other year at the latest is what I would recommend. But we know what to look for, top down. If you don't have an arborist there, dead broken limbs, excessively full dense canopies, the U versus V branch attachment, and then look at the roots and surrounding ground are some things that they can do in between.
Well, we talked swamp white oak. Now I'm going to pick your brain a little bit about trees. We're going to have some fun. Always right tree, right place. But let's talk about some of your favorite varieties that don't get planted as often as they should when you do find the right spot for them.
Yeah, I always loved elm trees. Unfortunately, a lot of them can succumb to Dutch elm disease. And I think we talked about it before, but there's a lot of hybridized versions available now. So I have a hybridized elm at my house. It's actually, there's a lot of different varieties, but the one I have is a Patriot elm. It's kind of a medium-sized elm tree. It doesn't get as large as a lot of the Americans do. Has more of like a 40 to 50 foot top end and kind of has a central leader. So I hear those things and I can't imagine, an elm with a central leader that might only get that big. So right place, right spot, full sun in the middle of my yard, has space to grow and do its thing. So that's kind of mine for today.
And does an elm like that, is there a risk of Dutch elm disease with that type of elm, or is it because it's a hybrid, it can fight off the disease?
I don't think any of them market as 100% resistant, but the likelihood of it getting that is extremely low. So there are different varieties, and like anything else, if you look at the tag, you look at the manufacturer's information on that, it kind of gives you a chart on all the information, which ones are very resistant, which ones aren't.
And I'm assuming you follow the same rules for pruning on something like that you would for any elm, right? And just like an oak. Which is
in the dormant season. We know we can't prune those things when the vectors or the insects are out that can feed on it and contract the diseases. So yeah, oaks and elms in the winter.
All right, Luke, as always, thank you for the great information. It was great to talk to you again. Remember, for more information about Davey Tree or to ask what's going on with your trees, go to davey.com/KDKA. And remember, you can always call the experts from Davey Tree at 855-982-TREE. That's 855-982-8733.
So it's off to Poland. We will not see you until the first weekend in July.
That's right. Next week, Mrs. Know-It-All is going to be the host. And after that, Rob has a special guest that we've worked on that we'll talk to you about when we get a little bit closer. I can't wait to see Poland. I'm telling you, Rob.
What are you excited about Poland? Tell me what you want to see.
My wife went there last year, and she just fell in love with it. She said it's such a beautiful country. It's not overrun with tourism, and the food is amazing. It's just a new place to see. That's all. I can put it on my list of things. I'm so lucky to be able to see all these cool places.
What's next after this?
Enchanted Christmas markets of France, Switzerland, and Germany. We're going in November. No gardens to see there, but oh, man.
Any seats left?
Yeah, I got a few. It's selling really well, but there's a couple slots there. We'll talk about it when I get back.
Enjoy Poland.
I will. Remember, organic gardeners, you make our world brighter and safer with each seed you sow and every garden you grow.
I was in Poland, Ohio last week.
I spent a lot of time in Poland, Ohio when I worked for The Vindicator.
Me too. Boardman, Poland. Love it. All right, stay with us. News is coming up in just a couple of moments. And then it's marinated meats and more on the Coons Cooking Hour. And then at 9 o'clock, she is live in Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Dr. Bridget Chufo, who's getting ready to head over to France. So we're going to have a very special edition of her show today. She's going to give you some tips and tricks to stay happy and healthy. And also, you want to restock all of your orders with protein foods and supplements. She's going to tell you how you can get those orders in by phone or online before June 17th so you can get your shipping by July the 1st. We have lots to do today. Stay with us. Your Pratt Pack, KDKA.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
Hall of Fame broadcaster Bill Hillgrove, we need to get you as the cover boy for an effort to reignite the regatta. You could do this by barefoot skiing coming down the Ohio River towards the point.
I swam in the Allegheny, and that was enough of that. Now, water skiing, you stay out of the water if you're good.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
In Pittsburgh, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 25 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
If you own a business, you've heard it all. From fast funding to easy approvals, everyone says the same thing. LendSeek is different. We show you what you actually qualify for. LendSeek's AI-enabled platform matches you with funding options with no guesswork. Up to $5 million in as fast as 24 hours. If you've been in business over a year, doing at least $50,000 per month, apply for free with zero out-of-pocket costs and access to over 100 lenders. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LendSeek.com.
At Easy Cater, we believe every workday gets better with great food. The 9 a.m. staff meeting? How about breakfast burritos and lots of coffee? Big client presentation at noon? Let's do Mediterranean bowls. Accounting's gotta work late. Keep them pepped up with spicy noodles. With Easy Cater, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help meet dietary needs and stay on budget, all on one platform. So make every workday better with Easy Cater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 70 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 8 o'clock. I'm Rob Taylor. A 17-year-old teenager is dead after being shot overnight in downtown Pittsburgh. Police say the shooting happened around Penn and 7th Avenues downtown around 12:15 this morning. He was shot in the chest, taken to the hospital where he later died. Police detained one person for questioning. No formal arrests have been made. Right now, no word on any suspect descriptions. Allegheny County Police say at least one person was shot and taken to the hospital during a pool party Saturday night in Penn Hills. It happened, police say, near the Olympic Swim Club on Twin Oak Drive. It happened around 10:25 Saturday night. More than 100 people were at the pool party when officers were called to the scene. Witnesses say they heard multiple gunshots. No word on any suspect descriptions. The man who died following a two-vehicle crash Saturday morning in Westmoreland County has been identified. Officials say the crash happened on Route 66 around Lamont Drive in Washington Township. Nicholas Grisbeck, police say, was traveling northbound on Route 66. Police say he crossed the center line, then struck a pickup truck head-on. He died in that crash. Another person was taken to a local trauma center and cleared their condition this morning. The crash remains under investigation. A roofer sustained life-threatening injuries after falling 30 to 40 feet at Robert Morris University. This happened Friday around noon in Moon Township. Robert Morris says the contractor was working at Washington Hall. His condition is unknown this morning. Today is Flag Day officially, and many Pittsburghers may not know that the National Flag Foundation is actually in downtown Pittsburgh.
And it was brought here many years ago to highlight the importance of our region in history, ranging from the Revolutionary War through the Industrial Revolution, and even now with energy.
As the foundation's chairman, Ramel Nicholas, on the Big K Morning Show, he talked about its mission.
Its mission is simple: to educate about the American flag and honor those who serve to protect it.
The National Flag Foundation is located at the Coppers Building in downtown. KDK Radio News Time. It's 8:02. The AccuWeather forecast next.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little laugh does all the rest.
save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial report for 2025. Buried in it is a startling admission. By its own numbers, it appears the U.S. government is insolvent. When governments go this deep in debt, they print money, raise taxes, or cut benefits, none of which can help protect you. That's why people move part of their savings into physical gold and silver. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Let's play a game. The rewards are high if played right. In the game, you can receive an education, choose a career, buy property, get married, and so much more. Success in the game doesn't rely on luck, chance, or even strategy. To win, you must know the rules. The Constitution is the rulebook for our game. It tells the players, you, me, the government, what's fair, what's foul, and who makes the calls. Learn the Constitution. Use it, defend it, and win, because if you don't know the rules, you can't win the game.
Freedom. It's an American thing. From AmericanThing.org.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
There will be clouds and sun today with a couple of gusty thunderstorms from the late morning and into the evening. Storms can bring flooding as well. Becoming partly cloudy later tonight. High 79 with a low of 54. Tomorrow, pleasant and less humid of times of clouds and sun. High 69. Then Tuesday, partly sunny and nice. High 73. For AccuWeather, I'm Nicole Joniak, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following program is paid for by Coons Quality Market. This is the Coons Cooking Hour. The crew from Coons Market are here. It's the great food you grew up with and the recipes that make Pittsburgh someplace special.
I tell you, this is a really good topic. You know, Dad's Day is coming up next weekend, so you could be thinking about doing this for Dad. One of his favorite meats on the grill, marinating it and marinating vegetables as well, too. Nothing like the fresh, delicious produce at Coons Market, all of our locations. So what you need to do, if you have a marinating tip or trick, a secret, we'd love you to share it with us. Get on the lines right now. That's the topic of conversation. Number to dial is 866-391-1020. And for simply calling in with a recipe, you may be taking home a $25 gift card from Coons Market. So, Frank, it's good to see you again. What made you decide to use this as a topic? Because it for surely is a delicious topic, marinated meats and vegetables. Go ahead.
Well, honestly, I don't usually marinate a whole lot at home. And just going back towards using some different cuts, some leaner cuts and cheaper cuts, did some different marinades at home. I was using the Grill Mates, has some marinades, packets of marinades, and using those ones. They always recommend like 30 minutes, but I do it overnight. I leave it in overnight, and just getting back to some of those different flavors. You know, growing up, my mom didn't do a whole lot of marinating. My dad rather have the simple seasonings to the meats and tasting the meats. But you know, as you grow into, you know, wanting something a little bit different or taking some cuts you usually don't have and using that challenge of turning a cheaper cut into, you know, a 5-star restaurant type of cut, you know, and using those different marinades, adding different flavors in. It just adds something different to experience and adds some challenge into the cooking, quite honestly, of what else can you do, you know. Because with marinated meats, you know, the acids in there break things down. The fats help to tenderize some of the meat as well. And, of course, any of the seasonings and flavors, as long as you're treating it right, you know, like if I'm putting in a steak or chicken breast especially, poking some holes in there to let some of that marinade get inside the meat, not just on the outside, and making sure you're buying products like we sell in our meat departments where it's not already marinated with something. You run into this with chicken a lot, and I see it in one of our biggest competitors is chicken breast that's already marinated. It has a 15% solution. That's a marinade, and usually it's salt and water, and it's just really actually adding weight to the product and not doing so much of the tenderizing and not adding much to the flavor besides giving you salt that you didn't want. You know, where making sure on the labels that it doesn't have that marinade in it. Like a chicken breast, chicken parts in general naturally have 3% water already, just being, you know, that there's naturally in the product, just from the cleaning processes and whenever they're processing the meat. So that's all that should really be in there. You know, we've said it before, way back when my dad was here. You know, when you're buying beef, pork, chicken, there's and you're buying it, raw like that. You're not expecting a marinade. It should have no ingredients on it, meaning it has one ingredient: beef, pork, chicken, veal, lamb. That's all that's in it. And then we'll take care of the seasoning when we go as a cook going at home. And so just getting back to those cuts, of making sure, keeping things, within reasonable budgets, and seeing what can be done. And, learning my wife likes the marinated meats better. So it's another plus. And, I did chicken breast, a couple different flavors. It just came out just excellent, which I would, which I'm going to keep doing, some of those, especially with chicken breast, because boneless chicken breast without that skin really does need that flavor back in, and the marinades add something else towards that. Plus you can put them in the oven or put them in the frying pan, and, they're not drying out as much. There's a little bit of tips in there too, where when you are marinating, because you added water into there, you changed how it's going to cook. It will tend to cook just a little bit faster as well, just from that internal liquids that are helping cook the inside of the meat as well. You might shave a minute or two off of what you normally cook. So still watching and making sure that you're not, burning the product, anything like that. Beef, you want to cook it to a, medium well at the very most. Because you're going to cook out that marinade. First of all, it's a leaner cut. If you cook that out, you're going to really toughen things back up again. You don't want to do that. And just, enjoy adding some different flavors that, you haven't had in a while besides just the outside seasonings.
I got to tell you, I've been, really buying a lot of the rotisserie chicken at Coons of late. It's just been absolutely delicious. Baked chicken, all of that other stuff is still kind of one of my all-time favorites. I like the ground meat. I like the steaks, but there's something about the chicken. But, speaking of vegetables, and I never knew you could do this, because when you think of marinating or using a barbecue, you think about a sauce, you think about a meat or even a seafood maybe on the side. But I've been using some barbecue sauce, the kind that you can get right there on the shelves at Coons Market with no sugar. And I'll put it on my carrots, I'll put it on my broccoli, I'll put it on my cauliflower. And you know what, Frank? It actually works and tastes pretty good.
Yeah, and a lot of times with vegetables, you're going to be marinating in like a butter or dressing, like
right.
Something with an acid in it. Of course, a barbecue sauce could work. I know which one you're talking about too. The G. Hughes that we get off.
That's it.
That we buy those through John Ziden, which is the Giarusa family right there, and of products. And they have a great product. They have their own marinades. One of which I did use a couple weeks ago for chicken breast that I cooked up in the oven, and just a great flavors. Their barbecue sauces, you wouldn't know that there's not the extra sugars in there. The taste is wonderful, and he has a big variety. So you're not stuck with, you're missing out because you're having the sugar-free. You're not missing out. Actually, you're getting a product that might even be better than some of the others on the shelf. It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. All right, so get on the line. Let's talk some marinated meats and vegetables. First come, first serve. Somebody's going to take home a $25 gift certificate. The other thing that I wanted to ask you, by the way, number to dial, and we've got lines available, so let's get going. I want you to have that chance at that $25 gift certificate, 866-391-1020. Marinate on seafood. And can you actually do that with seafood, too?
Oh, definitely.
Like what?
Swordfish is one that will line. Swordfish and tuna will really, those thicker cuts, they lend themselves to a nice marinade, usually sticking towards like something lemon-based. It just goes with the seafood a little better, but you can actually get some Asian flair. You get some ginger in the background, ginger and sesame oils that give it in the background, really changes the flavor. But really it's any of them. Shrimp's one that a lot of people will marinate, and because it's such a delicate meat, usually, a couple hours in the fridge and you're done. You don't have to really go overnight on those at all. The more delicate the meat, the more it's going to accept that right off the bat. If I am marinating, I would recommend getting a fresh product, not a frozen product. Some of those frozen products have the process of the quick freezing of it does add some solution to it, and so it's not going to accept marinade as much. But if you you have that product, letting it, dry it out, pat it dry before you marinate it, or it will accept some of it and at least get some of that flavor in. Catfish is another one. A lot of people marinate, usually like a Cajun marinade or lemon pepper kind of a marinade. But again, really right now, the biggest ones going through right now are some stuff that's like the Asian flair to it, more of a ginger flavor, ginger and sesame oils. Those ones, infusing those into the different cuts, especially on seafood, is what's kind of the trend right now.
Amazing. All right, let's take a break. We'll get that break in here. Then we're going to talk to Chuck and Shayla. We want to hear from you at 866-391-1020. I love a good honey mustard. I also love balsamic and that vinegar. I've been using that for years on salad, but I've actually put it on some chicken breast and other things too. So there are some standards, and those are just a couple, right, Frank?
Yeah. That's just a few examples. There's hundreds of thousands of examples. Any flavor you can think of, if you're adding a vinegar and oil into it, and you can get any of the flavors in there as well.
Yeah, sriracha. We were talking about some of the Asian influence as well, and you've got lemon herb, all sorts of delicious stuff from Cuba. I mean, you name it. This is a worldwide flavor to savor. So today, marinated meats, that's what we're talking about, and vegetables. If you have a secret one, a sauce or two that you want to share with us, maybe your own concoction, we'd love to hear from you. 866-391-1020. And it's amazing. When all else fails, vinegar and oil can go a long way with some salt and pepper to taste.
Yeah, a little bit of vinegar, oil, salt, and pepper, and if even a couple fresh herbs just added in just to get that extra flavor. What you're trying to do is tenderize, which the ones that are going to tenderize is that vinegar. Salt's going to tend to tenderize a little bit, and those oils from the fats are going to help it absorb the flavors in. So I mean, you think about flavored oils like you use for dipping bread, using that kind of a marinade inside there, that you taste that inside the bread, it gives you a whole nother flavor profile for your mouth, and relating that back into the proteins and the meats, seafoods, getting that kind of a flair, extra dip, just an extra taste that you wouldn't be able to get just putting seasoning on the outside.
Good stuff. Okay, get on these phones. Let's get going. 866-391-1020, marinated meats and vegetables. Topic of conversation. We want to talk about your flavors to savor and those secret sauce, those secret recipes that have been handed down from one generation to the next. Someone's going to get a $25 gift card before the hour is up. So get on the line. Give us a call. 866-391-1020.
News, weather, traffic, and business every day. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims, and in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 20% and get financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Here she comes! Surprise!
They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store, and they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
The diet can continue Monday. This is the Coons Cooking Hour on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I want to hear that secret sauce, okay? We're talking marinating those meats and chicken, seafood, pork, all of that stuff, right? And those vegetables, too, some of your favorites. Give us a call. Someone's going to get a $25 gift certificate, 866-391-1020. Here's Chuck and Shaler. So, Chuck, Frank and I were just trying to remember because these weekends go by so fast, it's kind of hard to remember what we did yesterday, let alone today. How many more working days do you have before it's over?
Well, I'm off till next Tuesday. Then I have 5 working days.
My goodness gracious. The clock is ticking. So by the time we celebrate 250, you'll be celebrating retirement.
Absolutely.
Good for you. Good for you, buddy. All right, go ahead. What do you got for me?
I made grilled marinated mushrooms and skirt steak.
Ooh. Ooh.
And, it came out good. I did it. I made a little homemade marinade. I put a little fresh garlic and ginger, half a cup of steak sauce, quarter cup of soy sauce, and a quarter cup of W sauce. And I put in 1 8-ounce package of the baby bellas, 1 8-ounce package of the white mushrooms, and then my skirt steak. Let them marinate for about a half of an hour. Put the mushrooms on first. Let them cook for about 30 minutes at 350. Then I crank up the grill to 400 and put the skirt steak on because you only need a couple minutes on each side. You want to cook it high and fast or it'll be like shoe leather. Let it rest for a little bit, cut it up, put the mushrooms on the side and grated some fresh Parmesan cheese on top, and that's it. Easy peasy.
Very easy. I love marinated mushrooms.
Oh, me
That's
too.
That's one of my favorites. You know, between that and I love good olives too. The marinated mushrooms, they always kind of hit the spot. And yeah, cooking them like that with some skirt steak, that'd be absolutely delicious.
Guys, you know what's a forgotten art, and I'm glad he brought it up. Anybody else jump in on this who actually still uses it? You know, we've got these nice summer displays with Kraft and Heinz at our stores, and A1 steak sauce is in there. I still love A1 steak sauce with the steak. I mean, I love splashing it really good. But for some reason, it seems to be a forgotten side or a marinating aspect of your meat. I still think a little bit of that A1 steak sauce or, you know, something similar, I think it enhances the flavor. What are your thoughts there, Chuck?
You use that usually on a cheaper steak. If you make a really good steak,
see,
the flavor stand.
You say exactly what everyone says, and I don't know why do you think that is, but he said exactly what I thought he was going to say. Everybody says maybe on a cheaper steak, it's like it actually enhances a cheaper steak. I've gotten filet and put it on a filet or put it on a little pool on the side. Frankie, why do most people say that about steak sauce?
Well, if you went to a nice steakhouse. And you ask for ketchup or steak sauce, they wouldn't even make you your steak.
Oh,
they would just get you a salad and you can go ahead and leave now.
So Ruth,
that's like if you tell them, "Give me a steak well done." They're like, "Nope."
Say, I'm sorry, man. I got to have my Heinz ketchup. I like that too. And I'm sure you've never used Heinz ketchup on a steak, Chucky.
Oh no, not at all. That'd be like mixing Pepsi with Crown Royal. You'd be thrown out the house too. You know.
I don't want to be in that house. I'll let you know that for sure. If they don't let me have my Crown Royal with what I want, I don't want to be in that house. All right. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, how long did it take you to prepare that beautiful picture that you sent me?
Oh, that was just a couple minutes. You know, just cut up the skirt steak. You want to cut across the grain because it's a little tougher, so it makes it a little easier to chew. It's not they're really good for making like fajitas and stuff out of them. I don't make skirt steak a lot because I don't marinate a lot of stuff. I think the only other thing I really marinate is when I make pickled chicken thighs. I use pickle juice, but other than that, I just mostly use seasonings.
Pickle. See, I never thought of pickle juice as a marinade, but man, that makes
sense.
Well, it makes my mouth water right away from just because thinking of the vinegary taste. It's kind of like horseradish when you start talking about horseradish sauce, or just like a fresh horseradish.
Try that, Frank.
I have to try that.
Gotta try that.
I try that
with the skin on. Do with the skin. The skinless don't suck up the marinade as much as if you have the skin on.
Yeah, I always love skin on. It's harder for us to find. Like usually, if I want skin on, like chicken breast, I like the boneless, but I like it with skin on, and so I'll buy either a whole chicken or I'll take the split breast and take the bone off, and leave that skin.
Well, let me
get that nice.
Let me
flavor.
ask you guys something, because I'm in these stores every day, and I've never seen it, but I know people that do pickle shots as far as at a bar. They do pickle Jello. They do pickle, salad dressing. Can you buy pickle juice alone and standing alone, or you just got to wait till you finish your pickles? Where do you get that at? I've never seen it on the shelf.
Oh, we always save our pickle juice.
Okay, so you're saving it. Okay.
Oh yeah, always. And you want to try something interesting? Wiggle Distillery down there in the Strip, they have pickle whiskey.
I've seen that. I've heard about that.
Yeah, that's different though. They're just trying to get you to drink more.
Well, see, I was eating a pickle a day, and now that I'm in shape, every time Frankie said to me,
why wouldn't you think pickles are? Why would you think that's bad for you?
Well, because you said you got to watch your sodium.
You do have to watch. Just drink more water. I got you a whole gallon. Just drink more water.
Listen, you know what he brought me today? In a Turner Dairy plastic gallon jug, fresh spring water from where he now lives in parts unknown. I tell you, Chuck, there's nothing like fresh spring water. Nothing like it.
But I love fresh spring water also. But now you mentioned Turner's, I want to tell Frank that Turner's buttermilk he's got in is really delicious. It's delicious.
Oh, that's good. See, Turner's puts out good products. They really do turn out some good products. It's not just a fad or anything like that. They're really good people to work with. They are. We found, that they've really partnered up. I mean, we use United Dairy for our milk, and we carry Turner's products, and we mix in some other Turner products. Exactly like our Beulah store, because we're so close to Turner's, that's what they sell, is almost all Turner's. And that's just because we're one of those companies. We can adjust to what people demand in the area. We don't have to go by whole company.
So let me tell you how he's such an entrepreneur and like his dad. So he gives me this gallon of water from the spring on the place that he lives that we call the Ponderosa. And he says to me, that'll be $1.50. And I'm thinking, my goodness gracious, it never ends.
I gave you a break.
You gave me a break.
I had to pay $3 for that gallon.
What's that, Chuck?
He gave you the friends and family discount.
Yeah.
That's at least half price.
He did.
That's right.
Hey, listen, you got to let us know when you're done, man, because we're going to give you a nice round of applause. Something to be very proud of. That's a great body of work, and I just hope you have a long and happy and healthy retirement.
Oh, thanks, Rob. It means a lot. It's been a long time.
Well,
it's hard because
here's what we're going to do. I do these live shows throughout the week at these various locations. So when you retire, I'll meet you at McKnight or Banksville, and we'll do like a little video talking about your life as a UPS driver. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. I enjoy that.
I would love to do that for you. You've been a real big help on this show and a real fan of this show, and you're always promoting Coons, and you're always shopping at Coons, and we appreciate that. Chuck, have a good day. Thank you very much. I love meeting these shoppers in the stores. I'm there all the time, and I've been to all the stores in recent months, and just striking up a conversation with these people, if you feel like you're talking to your neighbors, Frank.
Yeah, that's the fun part of the job, is being out in the stores, being able to talk to different people, talking to employees, talking to customers. What are you making with that tonight? Those kind of things. Everyone loves to discuss food, and a lot of people have pride in their recipes, and they'll share most of it with you. Not all of it. There's always something they leave out. I guarantee it, because that never turns out the same as theirs. But it's fun, and groceries is just such a unique business because, everybody eats. When we're in the stores, I mean, there's so many people that you see just that day where there's no other business really like that.
No, sir. Nothing like it. Short break phones are going crazy today. We love it that way. 866-391-1020. Rob Taylor coming up next with the news at 8:30. Good morning.
Hey, this is Calvin.
And Sam.
With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
We're looking for experienced deck builders and lead carpenters who want to build high-end outdoor spaces without all the headaches. We specialize in premium decks, covered porch roofs, outdoor living spaces, and custom exterior projects. These are the kind of jobs that you'll actually be proud to put your name on.
And we pay fast.
Apply today at callthecousins.com/careers.
That's callthecousins.com/careers.
Call the Cousins.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 70 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 8:30. I'm Rob Taylor. Pittsburgh police are investigating after a 17-year-old male was shot and killed overnight downtown. Shooting happened at Penn and 7th Avenues around 12:15 this morning. 17-year-old police say was shot in the chest. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police detained one person at the scene for questioning, but no formal arrests have been announced. No word on any suspect descriptions. In Penn Hills, Allegheny County police say at least one person was shot and taken to the hospital following a pool party there. The pool party held along Twin Oak Drive at the Olympic Swim Club. More than 100 people were at the party. Officers were called to the scene around 10:25 Saturday night. No word on any suspect descriptions. A roofer sustained life-threatening injuries after falling 30 to 40 feet at Robert Morse University in Moon Township. Incident happened Friday around noon. Robert Morse says the contractor was working at Washington Hall. Contractor's condition is unknown this morning. Well, the man who died following a two-vehicle crash Saturday morning has been identified this morning. Officials say the crash happened along Route 66 at Mamont Drive in Washington Township. Nicholas Grisbeck, police say, was traveling northbound on Route 66, drifted into the center lane and struck a vehicle, a pickup truck, head-on. Grisberg died in that crash. Another person was taken to a local trauma center. It's unclear their condition. The crash remains under investigation. Police are trying to determine who crashed their car into a parked emergency services SUV in West Elizabeth Township. Police say it happened back on May 30th. Elizabeth Township Police Department put up videos on social media showing a woman driving past the emergency services SUV and then backing into it. Later, the woman gets out of her vehicle, assesses the damage to the SUV, but leaves the scene. Elizabeth police are asking you to give them a call with any information on the incident. KDKA Radio News Time, it's 8:32. The AccuWeather forecast coming up.
So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled
F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. They help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans, focus on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
Been 30 time would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on June 23rd. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Expect a couple of thunderstorms beginning in the late morning and continuing into the evening hours. Expect a high of 79, then partly cloudy tonight with a low of 54. It'll be nice tomorrow and less humid with a partly sunny sky, high 69. Then Tuesday, mix of clouds and sunshine, high 73. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Nicole Joniak, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following program is paid for by Coons Quality Market. The diet can continue Monday. This is the Coons Cooking Hour on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, we go top to bottom. Every line is on hold, so let's start off with Ron in Hampton on the Coons Cooking Hour. Hi, Ron.
Morning, fellas. How are you?
We're good.
That's good. Hey, I've got something unique, I think. The marinade isn't so much the flavor, but it's to help break down the fibers in the meat. And that is using a Coca-Cola and letting it marinate overnight. And actually, the longer you marinate it, the better it actually gets. And doesn't add so much flavor, but the other tip that I have is don't use a marinade with a sugar in it, because that's going to turn into char when you put it on the grill.
Yeah, the sugar's going to cook a lot faster.
Yeah. But with the marinade, with the Coke on it, you'll not necessarily turn something into filet mignon, but it'll be a heck of a lot more tastier and tender.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree, Ron. I've done it with pork and Dr. Pepper, and something in the carbonation helps break down and tenderize. Yeah, you're not going to say, boy, this tastes like Dr. Pepper. Boy, this tastes like Coca-Cola. It doesn't,
right.
But it really does change the flavor where you can't really pick out what's doing that,
Yep. And I sometimes even add a marinade in the last stages, soak it in the Coca-Cola overnight and then change over to a regular marinade.
Yeah, use it more as a glaze. Now we have one with sugars you can use as a glaze at the end. Just boil that marinade off just a little bit, thicken it up, and use it at the end.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, good tips.
Good stuff, Ron. Thank you. Appreciate it. So let me ask you, is it like alcohol that burns out, or, when you cook it? Does that work the same with Dr. Pepper and that as well? Because I
think it just doesn't have enough flavor, because it's so much water-based that it just doesn't have enough intense flavor in it. Now, if you took Coke or like a Dr. Pepper or soda, and you would cook it down like just boil it off in a saucepan. Just let it simmer and cook off a lot of that water and thicken it up. Then I think you'll get more flavor from a marinade. But again, there's trade-offs. As thicker as you get, the less it's going to be able to accept into the meat itself. So, you'd have to do a lot more. Like if you put little slits in the meats, or poke it with a fork, or even a skewer to get some of that marinade to soak it up. I usually do that with chicken breast, because even with that boneless chicken breast, it has almost like a film on the outside of the protein, on the outside of the meat, unless you cut it in half, and so it won't get through that thin skin real easy. But if you poke it real quick just on top to get through that skin, or use one of those, they have these tenderizers with spikes on them. I forget what they're called, but if you do that on top of it, that's what it does. It's tenderizing it by breaking down the fibers, but it's also lets some of those flavors get in. If you use something like that, it would help as well.
Good stuff. Back to the phones. Here's Pete in Crafton. Hey, Pete.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
What I like to do is, if I'm marinating in chicken, if I'm making an Oriental dish, I usually marinate my chicken parts and cut them into strips. I use a little bit of orange juice or pineapple juice. The enzymes break down the meat and makes it nice and tender. For stews and steaks, I put a little bit of soy sauce. But you can use some soy sauce, but steak sauce. But I use beer. I put my beer in my beef stew, and I marinate it overnight. And my steak with a little bit of beer in your bag, and marinate that overnight with salt and pepper. And the enzymes, I think, break down. The beer helps it, and it makes it nice and tender.
Yeah, it does. And you will pick up a little bit of that flavor too. But just those enzymes, that carbonation, and some of the enzymes that are in there from the natural fermentation, just kind of it helps break down the meat a little, just enough. And even when you get some of that liquid into your protein, that ends up tending to cook the inside a little bit different too. So when you add that liquid, has some flavor into it, of course it's going to start to really give it a different flavor all the way through. When you season on the outside, unless it's a slow roast, you're going to not get that all the way through. You're going to get on the outside, But really, when you're marinating, and you can do a thicker cut and still have that flavor, it's just wonderful.
I like to use a lager beer. It's a good, strong beer, and it adds great flavor to your stews, your veal stew and your beef stew. So, and even ground meat and chili. You can marinate your ground meat, and also in different varieties of marinades. But put a little bit of beer in there, and it helps with flavor and everything else. Thank you.
I agree. Yeah, I took a little bit of that tip from one of those recipes I stole. Didn't steal. Chuck told me to try it. So I took sloppy Joe sauce and put it into the ground beef, which is similar to what you'd be doing with a marinade. You can't put too much because it'll get sloppy. It'll still but that adding that little bit of flavor into the ground beef just gives a whole different burger, And I can imagine, if you want more of like the Italian flair burger, say you're going to put some tomato sauce and a little bit of provolone on top for when it's cooked. If you put some use an Italian marinade to put inside that beef just to give that flavor all the way through, man, that'd be good.
All right, Pete, thank you for the call. Let's keep it going. Here is Diane in Valencia. Hey, Diane, great to have you back on the show. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. Looks like we're going to have a better than forecasted week, and what a great time to take a little bit of extra time today and do some meal prep with all the herbs that you can get at the store, as well as I was gifted a lovely little herb garden, zesty herb and citrus. You can use your bottled citrus juices, or I've always preferred fresh. It's not that hard, and it gives it to me a better edge of a flavor. But you'll need about a third cup of olive oil, a quarter cup of lemon or lime juice, or you can combine all three, 3 minced garlic cloves, a tablespoon of chopped rosemary or thyme, salt and pepper. I always take, you've got the great boneless, skinless chicken breast on sale this week. I usually take them, tenderize them a little bit, the flat end of your meat tenderizer is perfect for chicken. I try to always use the pointed, more serrated edges for your beef items. Marinate that in a bag in your refrigerator for about 1 to 3 hours. Cook it on the grill, cook it in your oven. Save some extra of your fresh herbs for topping it off at the end. You're good to go. If you've got some Grand Marnier in the house, add a splash, not a whole shot, but you can also add a splash of that to your marinade, and gives it a little bit of an extra flavor boost as well. But you also have, the salmon, and my husband's favorite, walleye. He'll take walleye any day over sea bass or any other fish. But yeah, it's real quick and easy. And if you're pressed for time, you guys carry all those great salad dressings, and there's a huge variety now. More than years ago, it was just the 5 standards. Take any bottled salad dressing, and you can do the same in half the time.
Yeah, definitely. And it gets all them dressings you have. That's really opens your world up to different flavors. I mean, you can get chicken breast on sale now for the whole week, and still have something different, a different taste, a different flavor every single day. It just gives you different options. And you talk about marinated, like I was just thinking about it, 'cause we have these marinated peppers on sale this week in our deli. They're absolutely delicious. Adding that to some of your tomato sauce is something that's already marinated, or even those in together marinate your, like a steak, a thin cut steak, or like you said, the skirt steaks. But even getting some of the sandwich cut steaks and letting it marinate with those marinated peppers with the juice in there, and give it a whole nother flavor, making a steak sandwich. I mean, there's a whole lot you can do, and it doesn't cost that much. And here at the end of summer, once we have all these peppers coming up from our gardens, marinating those and storing them. You can can them or just store them, just eat them fast enough, and using some of those flavors from your fresh gardens saves you money, but it gives you much better flavor you're going to get anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, and if you have the skewers, soak them in water for a little bit, dust them off with a little bit of olive oil, and you've got the mushrooms and the peppers. You can take the shrimp and make your little kebabs. And again, sometimes people are too busy. It's hard to run out and back. And if it's rainy, of course, you don't want to be out there at the grill. It works just as well in the oven. You just got to remember to turn them a little bit. But I know you've got the peaches on sale this week. Some people have been known to like grilled peaches. You could toss that in with the strawberries, blueberries, add a little bit of sugar, dollop of whipped cream, and you've got an instant dessert that you've got a really refreshing and set-to-go summer meal in no time at all.
Definitely, those fresh flavors, just introducing some of that while you have the items coming in.
Great.
Absolutely.
Great stuff, Diane. Good hearing from you. We hope you'll come back next week, okay?
Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Thank you.
There she goes, Diane from Valencia, one of our favorites. We got Rich and Shaler, George and Clareton, Ramesh and McKees Rocks. We've got room for you, too, but the show is almost over, so give us a call, 866-391-1020. Dr. Bridget Chufo, live in Nashville, Tennessee, in the Metropolitan Window video screen. You can click on KDKRadio.com and KDK Watch, helping you lose the weight and keep it off and have a fabulous, and you will look fabulous, for the upcoming beach weather and summer months ahead. All of that still to come today with your Pat Pack. We're here till 1 o'clock on KDKA. Good morning.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 events to challenge your mind, enlarge your world, and make you laugh. With Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, and the former U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at Pittsburgh Speaker hypnospeakers.org. Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Vitchoff of the PA Hypnosis Center is here to help you. He has helped train U.S. Olympic team members control their brains, stay relaxed, focused, and in control, giving them the edge for the gold. He's recognized by many organizations around the world as one of the top hypnotherapists anywhere. He has gotten over 3,000 people to give up cigarettes for good in the last 22 years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Vitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446. The PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Vitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446.
At EasyCater, we believe every workday gets better with great food. Like that morning status meeting, always better with bagels. And don't forget the coffee. Ops team working late? How about some Power Bowls to keep them going strong? Sandy's celebrating 10 years at the company. This calls for cupcakes. With EasyCater, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help meet dietary needs and stay on budget, all on one platform. So make every workday better with EasyCater. Start an order at easycater.com.
From backyard barbecues to homegrown herbs, the best parts of summer start at Lowe's. Right now, get 3 Fairy Morse 1.3 quart vegetables and herbs for just $12. Plus, get 4 bags of Miracle-Gro 0.75 cubic foot garden soil for only $10. Whether you're planting something new or giving your garden a refresh, now's the time to make the most of your outdoor space. Save more on what you need this summer at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
The diet can continue Monday. This is the Coons Cooking Hour on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, here's Rich and Shaler. Rich, you're on KDKA. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
How about grilled asparagus on the grill?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I buy pencil-sized asparagus because those bigger ones are just too woody tasting. I trim the root ends off, and then in the casserole dish, I drizzle them with canola oil, and I toss them to get covered. Then I grind fresh black pepper on them, along with some garlic salt powder and to taste. And then I usually cook asparagus when I'm cooking something else on the grill. So I put them on the top rack. And every time I open the grill up, I usually roll them around a little on the top rack. And then I cook them until they're limp and slightly charred. Then I bring them off, put them back in the dish, and shake Parmesan cheese on them and serve them.
Oh, that's a good idea. I never thought of Parmesan. I'm usually putting the balsamic on it. The balsamic glaze gives it a little sweeter taste. Parmesan would be delicious on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Rich.
They go great.
Great. We love it. Asparagus is good anytime, any place, anywhere. I even like it cold. I love asparagus.
Yeah, just not available. I mean, this time of year, we're coming out of it, actually. But the spring asparagus, when it's first coming up, those first shoots that come up, nice and tender. Yeah, when you're looking for asparagus, always try to look for the smaller ones. They don't get, the ends get so woody at the end and like fibrous whenever they get older as they're cutting them and through the season. So, yeah, the thinner, smaller ones are your best bet. And on the grill, they're perfect. He put them on top rack because they cook so fast, at least especially the tips. So you're cooking them on the top, then they can sit there and not burn while they're down below, I've learned to put down, sometimes I put down a piece of foil just to keep them from falling through because I'm going to forget and I'm going to turn them once and boop, there goes my asparagus. So just watching it. Or you can buy those, they do sell the pans to put on top of the grill that have the circle holes in it. That way you don't have to worry about anything falling through the grate.
All right, here we go with George in Clairton. Good morning, George.
Bonjour, man. Chicken, chicken, chicken. I heard you talking about marinated chicken. And when I worked in a restaurant, we used to use a Worcestershire sauce. We'd do it on our own. Some honey, I think water, some type of a solution we would put them in. And then just let it sit, maybe some pieces of garlic. And it's pretty simple. Salt and pepper, let it sit. Would put the time on it, maybe even as long as like 36 hours, and it would keep those chicken breasts really moist. We'd put them on a grill for fajitas, or if you'd even grill them up and put them in a salad with so many different salads. It was just such a nice, light taste, and sometimes a little citrusy too. We'd put a little lemon on it, but just things for summer. The one lady brought about the whipped cream and the strawberries and the whole bit. Just something light and lively and quick and simple to make, just get it out there to your guests.
Yeah, it's in keeping it simple is really one of the keys to being able to cook outside. You're talking to other people. You don't want to be stuck grilling for hours, first of all.
That's right.
But yeah, keeping it and the marinade's going to speed it up. The cooking, just not much, but a little bit, and give it more of a flair that you're never going to get with the seasoning. Especially on an outside seasoning, you're seasoning the outside of it. You're cooking on the grill. Half of that seasoning is still on the grill. When you're marinating, you can get some of that sweeter flavor, at least a little bit of it, still inside the meat, where it's not going to burn so much. You don't have like on the outside where it's really gonna just burn off.
I find that if I cook fish, like the skin on the fish, and I like the skin of fish as well. Many people don't, but that's where all the seasoning winds up. That's probably why I like it as much. But real quick, I heard Rob say something about steak sauces. I remember being a kid, and a year younger than us, I guess, but Rob May, watching like the LBJ, Leonard Bain Johnson Ranch, and they used to have huge cattle roasts, steer roasts, I guess, sides of beef, and I swear it looked like they had mops, I'm sure brand new ones, with all kind of sauces of barbecue. I don't know what, we had black and white TV then, but what would they be putting on that? It was a big, like the rib side, he's cut me maraschino.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I think it's barbecue sauce is what it is. They just slap it
could
on.
be a barbecue sauce. It could be similar to a steak sauce. Is closer to a barbecue. It's just to have that sweetness to it.
Right.
But yeah, and giving a shout out to better than A1, believe it or not, the Bellevue brand. Their steak sauce is better than the A1 for half the price.
I'll pick it up today. All right, real quick. Ramesh, I got a minute. It's all yours, sir. Great to hear from you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call. I'm going to talk about, good morning, Frank. Good morning, Rob. I'm going to talk about the vegetarian gumbo. So what happens once you make the vegetarian gumbo? The main objective is to have the taste of every vegetable feel in your mouth. So sometimes you use red wine or white wine or vinegar. Sometimes you don't have any of these at home. So how do you do the marination? Granted, you put all the spices, rosemary, thyme, basil, parsley, lemon, you put all those things, fine. But you need that little bit of tinge. Like a door hinge, my dad used to call it as hinge. So what he did one day, there's nothing at home, he added Robitussin, 1 ounce, and mixed it with rose water, added to that, made it, completed the gumbo. Nobody could say there was Robitussin added to that, or any. You can use anything, Tylenol, the adult version. Okay, you can use any of those in place of alcohol or anything that you'd like to give it a good amount of kicking it up 1 notch.
I got it. Perfect. Thank you.
Definitely.
Appreciate it, Ramesh. Have a great day. We're going to come back, draw this week's winner of that $25 gift certificate. Stay with us.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
Hall of Fame broadcaster Bill Hillgrove, we need to get you as the cover boy for an effort to reignite the regatta. You could do this by barefoot skiing coming down the Ohio River towards the point.
I swam in the Allegheny, and that was enough of that. Now, water skiing, you stay out of the water if you're good.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Tell me this wouldn't sound nice. Reduced joint pain, improved libido, restful sleep, and lower anxiety. Weight loss may be the goal, but the added benefits by doing it with Awaken 180 are endless. Awaken180weightloss.com. It's the weekly program that keeps you current with the latest travel trends and vacation values. Listen to AAA's Talking Travel every Saturday morning at 11 on KDKA Radio. March of Dimes that starts with Mom PA Military Shower helps pregnant military families have one less thing to worry about with a fun, informative, and free baby shower Saturday, August 22nd at the 316th Sustainment Command. If you're pregnant and you or your partner are an E6 or below active duty, reserve, or veteran military service member, call 412-506-8610 to join them.
Details at KDKA-radio.com.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
Tickets for Kids will host the Dress Big Happy Hour on Wednesday, July 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. in the Casamigos Club at PPG Paints Arena. Join sports celebrities and TFK's friends from the ticketing, nonprofit, corporate, and foundation communities for a silent auction, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, and the chance to play carnival games on the arena floor. For tickets, go to the events link at ticketsforkids.org.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company. Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
The diet can continue Monday. This is the Coons Cooking Hour on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, time to draw this week's winner of that $25 gift certificate. And thank you one and all for the phone calls that we got. That were truly a lot of them today on the program. And the winner is?
This week's winner is Pete in Crafton.
All right, so Father's Day next week, some great ideas for Dad. Maybe pick up some beer at either Banksville Road, McKnight Road, a thick, juicy steak, one of his favorite snacks in the snack aisle, maybe something from the bakery. So whatever you're looking to get Dad or Grads this time of year, we've got it at Coons Market, right?
Yeah, definitely. Whether you do figure out some marinated meats, figure out something a little bit different. One of them skirt steaks, which is similar to brisket. It actually comes from near the brisket, a little thinner of a cut. And he says, yeah, it's definitely good for fajitas. Marinating that for some stir fry or anything like that, great.
All right, all coming up. Thanks, Frank. Have a great day. Rob's got the news at 9. Then Dr. Bridget Shufo is here. Lots to get to with her, so stay where you're at. We continue till 1 o'clock today. Your Pratt Pack on KDKA, 100.1 FM, AM 1020. Good morning.
The preceding program was paid for by Coons Quality Market.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 73 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 9 o'clock. I'm Rob Taylor. A 17-year-old male was shot and killed downtown overnight. Pittsburgh police say it happened around 12:15 this morning at the intersection of Penn and 7th Avenues. That 17-year-old was shot in the chest, taken to the hospital where he later died. Police detained one person for questioning, but no formal arrests have been announced. No word on any suspect descriptions. In Penn Hills, Allegheny County police say one person was shot, taken to the hospital during a pool party. Police said it happened near the Olympic Swim Club on Twin Oak Drive. More than 100 people were at the pool party when officers arrived at the scene around 10:30 Saturday night. Witnesses say they heard multiple gunshots. No word on any suspect descriptions. Well, Flag Day is officially today. Many Pittsburghers may not know that the National Flag Foundation is in downtown Pittsburgh, not Philadelphia, not D.C., New York, or Boston, but Pittsburgh.
And it was brought here many years ago to highlight the importance of our region in history, ranging from the Revolutionary War through the Industrial Revolution, and even now with energy.
Asked the foundation's chairman, Ramel Nicholas, On the Big K Morning Show here on KDKA Radio, he talked about its mission.
Its mission is simple: to educate about the American flag and honor those who serve to protect it.
The National Flag Foundation is located at the Coppers Building in downtown. New York City officials plan a ticker tape parade on Thursday to celebrate the Knicks winning the NBA Finals for the first time in 53 years. Here's ABC's Anthony Carlo outside Madison Garden overnight.
The New York Knicks, NBA champions, and the fans here in New York City, I mean, gosh, they are flabbergasted over this. The Knicks had such a unifying effect on this city. I don't know what these people really want other than Jalen Brunson to hold some form of elected office at this point.
Also at KDKA Sports, the Pirates finishing up their series with the Miami Marlins today. It's a 12-15 first pitch from PNC Park. KDK Radio News Time, it's 9:03. We have the AccuWeather forecast coming up next.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang, that one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial report for 2025. Buried in it is a startling admission. By its own numbers, it appears the U.S. government is insolvent. When governments go this deep in debt, they print money, raise taxes, or cut benefits, none of which can help protect you. That's why people move part of their savings into physical gold and silver. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
There will be clouds and sun today with a couple of gusty thunderstorms from the late morning and into the evening. Storms can bring flooding as well, becoming partly cloudy later tonight. High 79 with a low of 54. Tomorrow, pleasant and less humid of times of clouds and sun. High 69. Then Tuesday, partly sunny and nice. High 73. For AccuWeather, I'm Nicole Joniak, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following is paid for by Dr. Shufo's Weight Loss and Wellness. Information on the program is intended to solely further the public's general knowledge about the product. Opinions expressed should not be relied upon for any purpose by any member of the audience. News Radio KDKA does not guarantee the accuracy of any of the information aired on the following program.
These are the people, the movers and shakers, the businesses, the people you know in your community who make Pittsburgh work. This is Pittsburgh Works on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
All right, Dr. Bridget Shufo is with us. She's live in Nashville, Tennessee, and she's getting ready to head to France. So we're going to tell you in just a couple of minutes why you need to get all of your orders in for your supplements, your food, your protein, and they have to be in by June 17th so you can make sure that you get that product by July 1st. But before we do any of that, Doc, it's great to have you back. But this is the wheelhouse time. This is when you want to start because summer hasn't even officially arrived yet. A couple more days before that happens. But if you get started today, when you go on vacation and you get to see other places around the world, you're going to have the energy to do some sightseeing, and you're never going to look better when it comes to either dining out or hanging out at the beach. So it's great to have you back. Let's get going for another edition of the Dr. Bridget Shufo Show for a Sunday morning. How are you?
Wow. Everybody, you're going to have, I apologize in advance. You're going to have to deal with me for a couple seconds. The New York Knicks won, my Nova Knicks, and you and I were talking yesterday, Rob, and you said, oh, no, they're going to take it at the Garden on Tuesday. I said, no, Rob, we have to take it tonight. Who wants to delay this? We're a nervous wreck, all the Nova Nation, and we did it at the last minute once again. Yeah. So we are the NBA champions of the world.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny, and I want to share this with you real quick. Jalen Brunson is under 6'2", so not real big to be playing in the NBA. He was chosen
with a 7'4" guy.
Yes, he was chosen 33rd in 2018. Was going to be the number 2 guard in Dallas. It didn't work out. 2022, he comes to the Knicks, and he has done nothing but deliver. He had 45 points in that final game, 15 in the fourth quarter. He was the Finals MVP. But your buddy, that former Villanova legend coach, Jay Wright, when somebody asked him about his determination and could he make it in the NBA, he said he went to Chicago to watch him in a high school state basketball championship. He had 50 points. He knew he was going to be a great player. He went to Villanova, won some national championships, and now he may go down in history as the greatest Knick of all time because this is the first championship they've won since 1973. Bridget, not only are you and I rejoicing, and not only you and I were up till 1 o'clock in the morning watching all of this, but this is like the number 1 sports story in the world, even superseding the World Cup. So New York is truly a city that never sleeps, and they may not sleep until the parade, which has been announced, will be this Thursday, June 18th. So I know you're very excited about this, and especially for that Villanova grad, Jalen Brunson.
Oh, my gosh. All my Villanova friends, we were on the phone and texting late last night, early this morning. It's the greatest. It's the greatest. And, I've had, he wasn't drinking cocktails, but at watch parties the night before games with Jalen Brunson, with Mikal Bridges, my friends and I have had that with them. And so he's one of us. And then, so Villanova has kind of made a name for itself with basketball. And then can you imagine what our Pope is thinking as a Villanovan? Holy smoke. So Villanova's on the map for the world, NBA and the Pope. So I am proud to be an alumni of that fabulous school, and we're just going to celebrate. That's for sure.
All right, and listen, you can tell that she was cheering last night because her voice, like mine, a little scratchy today, but no worse for the wear. We're going to move forward. Doc, before we get Jeff in here, one of your many success stories after the break, I just want you to explain why right now is the perfect time to start because you'll be able to get the most out of that new look before the summer fades into the fall. Go ahead, please.
When isn't a great time? When isn't a great time? Now is the perfect time. And so we're on Flag Day, June 14th. So people are going to have vacations in August, the end of July. You don't want to be standing behind somebody in pictures. You want to feel more free, more freedom, more self-confidence, more self-esteem. When you feel better about how you look, you can feel good walking the beach. You can take the cover-up off. You can go to reunions. I've already had so many clients having family reunions, class reunions, and you can go feeling good about who you are and not saying, oh, I'm the fat matronly person that, gained 70 pounds since high school or since college. You can go on vacation with family, with friends, and just feel good. It's just self-esteem, and you've heard me say this year after year after year, self-esteem, self-respect, self-worth, to me, are the major issues of why you want to lose weight. And then fabulous side effects are better heart, better lungs, better minds, better joints. All of that feels so much better. You can bend over, you can tie your shoes, you can pick up your grandchildren, you can get off the floor without having someone help you. All of these are great. And so one of the purposes of today's show is in a couple minutes, I'm going to introduce a new product called Age Well, because we're all aging minute by minute, and then discuss the different supplements of why they actually help the body. And we're going to talk a little bit about the sugars in food and how they affect aging totally. So this show's about aging. It's about sugars. It's about living life to the fullest and feeling the best you can possibly feel, and then looking the best you can possibly feel, and everything's connected. So it's going to be a great show. Got lots of enthusiasm, And so we're going to make things happen today.
All right, please tell the folks why you are headed out of the country and why they need to get their orders in for everything from supplements to food and protein, and make sure they stay on the program. And then by the time you get back, you can continue to pick up where you left off. But they have to get these orders in by June 17th. That's this Wednesday, either by phone, 1-800-900-THIN, or online, because they will definitely get them by July 1st, but they've got to get in by June 17th. Explain why you're doing that, Doc. Go ahead.
Well, I'm fortunate enough to be going away out of the country to France. Why? I've never been to Normandy, and that, my husband being a Marine and a serviceman, that I'm very patriotic and love our country, and I want to go to Normandy to see what our gigantic fellows did and women that were in Normandy, and the immense sacrifices, the ultimate sacrifice that so many of them made. So I'm going to Normandy, I'm going to Paris, and on a fun note, for those of you who remember this book, it's an old one. French women don't get fat. Well, I will research that as I'm in France. So I'm going this Thursday and will be gone until June 28th. So if you need supplements, if you want supplements, if you hear of any supplements on air today that you want, just put your orders in. We'll be in the office Wednesday only this week. And so we'll get those supplements out to you, and we'll make good things happen. So keep thinking. When I get back, you'll say, okay, tell us the secret. Why don't French women get fat? And I'll research that book. I'll come back with lots of new, interesting ideas. And there we go. American women will not get fat. How's that sound, Rob?
I love it. 1-800-900-THIN. And on this Flag Day, all of us that are patriotic want you to remember those who've made the ultimate sacrifice. And I know her husband, a Marine who is since no longer with us, would definitely be echoing those sentiments. And a fellow New York Knickerbocker fan happens to be celebrating his 80th birthday today, Bridget. And here's what he had to say moments ago about your New York Knicks. Congratulations to Jim Dolan and the New York Knicks. What a year it has been, but even more so, what an incredible playoff win we have all witnessed, especially the last four, maybe the greatest in the history of basketball. Also, meaning superstar was born by the name of Jalen Brunson, and there are others, including Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, along with great patriot Mitchell Robinson, Make America Great Again, President Donald J. Trump. So what a way to celebrate a birthday, what a way to celebrate Flag Day, and what a way to celebrate a big parade June 18th coming up in New York. And I can tell you this, if she wasn't headed to France, you'd probably be at that parade, Bridget.
You betcha. I've already been in touch with many of my friends, and a couple of them are heading that way from Virginia, from New Jersey. They're heading that way. And I said, darn, wish I was going to France on Friday. Then I could stop in New York on Thursday. But, yep. And everybody who are listening, I'm really not a big sports fan, but boy, am I a Knicks fan and a Villanova fan. So that's why I'm so enthusiastic. So I have to tell you another thing real quick. And I guess I'm superstitious because I had a bunch of friends over last Monday to watch the Knicks game, all Villanovans. And I had my Knicks shirt on, and it says the Villanova Knicks, by the way. And we lost. So last night, I put my same pajamas on. Don't worry, they were washed. And got under the covers because every other series of games and the last games we won when I was like that. And darn, I guess superstition paid off because we won again last night. And I put my shirt out. But as we all know with the Knicks, we don't do quite great in the first half. But we did great in the second half once I put the shirt back into the drawer. So I guess I am a little superstitious, but it paid off. And go New York Knicks, go Villanova Knicks, go the Nova Knicks.
Listen, from Fifth Avenue to Times Square to the Empire State Building to historic Madison Square Garden, nobody loves New York like Dr. Bridget Shufo. And you know what they say, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. We're coming back. You're going to meet success story Jeff on the other side on KDKA. Dr. Bridget Shufo. All smiles today because the New York Knicks are world champs for the first time since 1973.
Your source for everything that's news. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers with back taxes owed to the IRS. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, you may now be eligible for relief through current IRS initiatives for struggling taxpayers. In some cases, taxpayers may qualify to reduce as much as 99% of what they owe. You may already be experiencing wage garnishment, liens, levies, or audits and be unaware of this important information. Call Guardian Tax now to see what relief you may be eligible for at 800-404-6851. By taking action today, you may be able to stop all collections and resolve your tax problem before your tax problem gets worse. Tax experts are standing by to review your case and fight to slash your debt dramatically. Don't let your tax problem get worse and miss this time-sensitive opportunity. Check your eligibility with Guardian Tax now. Call 800-404-6851. 800-404-6851. That's 800-404-6851.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
If you dread dealing with your insurance more than you dread yard work, with a swarm of hungry mosquitoes buzzing around, then you might have Insuranoia. You should have NJM Insurance. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
These are the people who make Pittsburgh work. This is Pittsburgh Works on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
1-800-900-THIN. Call now. Leave your name and number. Get started and feel better and look great with Dr. Bridget Shufo. And someone who is feeling and looking great, one of her many success stories, joins us right now. Here is Jeff. Jeff, good morning and welcome to KDKA. How are you today?
Great. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Doc. Hey, congrats on the Nova Knicks. Probably put a good step in your two-step down there in Nashville, huh?
I'm doing the two-step with the Nova Knicks. I'll be wearing my Nova Knicks shirt throughout Nashville today where I am. So,
well,
hey, Jeff, okay,
there you go.
Let's get on a different note and talk enthusiastically about what you have been doing. Tell everybody your story because you have a great, great story.
Well, my story with you started back in September of 23. I was with you, and I lost over 80 pounds. I was feeling great. And then I was actually on maintenance with you, and then unfortunately, my mom, who I was taking care of, had a bad fall and compound fractured her ankle, and she just was in a home for 6 months, never did recover. But and then what happened is I turned to like the comfort foods, and you know me, my downfall was potato chips. That's my kryptonite. So proud to say, though, in the last 7 weeks since I started back up with you, I haven't had one potato chip. My blood work has been great over those past 2 years and 9 months. My A1C is like 5.1 to 3% ranging, best it's ever been. My glucose, best it's ever been. Like you said, self-esteem, self-awareness, self-worth, feel great. And I've got 2 beautiful grandchildren now that I want to be around for the longest time. And, I just wanted to do something to improve upon myself and just feel better. And the thing that comes to mind when we talk about this a lot, Doc, and we talk a lot about other things too, but accountability and positivity. You're the most positive person I've ever met in my life. And you make me accountable to what I'm doing, not only to myself, but to you as well, because when we talk normally on a weekly basis, that's where I get the positive reinforcement, and it just makes me want to go. So far, through 7 weeks, I've lost almost 24 pounds. So I'm averaging 3.5 pounds a week almost, which is great. So on my second stint with you, I'm about probably less than, maybe about a third of the way I want to go with you, but I'm getting there, and I feel great.
You are getting there, Jeff, and your story is we've got people out there listening, which I thank you for, but when you're feeling so down about yourself and you're low and, then your blood work comes back and it's not great and the docs say, hey, you need to lose a few pounds, you're heading towards diabetes. And so many people I've been enrolling are saying, I'm pre-diabetic. My doctor said lose weight. Or I have another former client who's great, and he said, I need knee surgery in the fall, and my doc said he won't do it unless I lose some pounds. How does all that recouping blood work, making it so much better, how does that make you feel, Jeff? I mean, not just on the outside, but knowing if we had a transparent body, that you're doing so much better than you were doing. How's that make you feel?
Terrific. I mean, the transformation has been unbelievable. I mean, I was a type 2 diabetic, and now, because of the string of my blood work, they no longer consider me a type 2 diabetic because I'm under the 5.7%, measuring stick for being a diabetic, or on the cusp of being a diabetic. So my metformin intake is way down. In fact, I'm hoping to roll off of it here soon. I have my PCP appointment Tuesday. So I just have a great feeling. I mean, I just feel it's the best I've felt about myself probably since, oh my God, high school days, So it's
talk about that. Talk about that. See, because that's what I love to hear for people is I haven't felt this good about myself since high school. Yeah. Do you hear that, everybody? I haven't felt this good about myself. And sometimes we don't even realize how not good we feel about ourselves until we feel good. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there was probably when I lost my dear wife back in 2004, there was probably a period of at least, 10, 12, 14 years where, I was just a slug. I was lethargic. I didn't do much, just barely getting by. I had 3 teenage kids to get through college and raise. They've all come out successful and doing wonderful. And so now, I turn to myself and say, man, you got to do something about yourself. So, and again, I want to be here for the long haul, God willing, and it just, I don't know, it just feels so much better. I can do, I walk faster. I do better. I don't, get tired easily. I just have so much more energy. I just feel great.
And Jeff, we don't talk about this often enough, I think, on this show, but talk about the supplements and how they make you feel, because my program is based upon real normal food. It's based upon some supplements, which are natural, and it's based upon accountability. So you mentioned accountability. Talk about the supplements and what they do for you.
Well, one thing that's sort of, I take your super strength immune boosters, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've, knock on wood, been ill since I've been upon those, but that's different. Your other supplements, like your metabolism and your gut health and all that, fat fizzlers and all that other stuff, the body shapers, which are the fish oils, they just, again, I can see what's going on with my body through taking these, and I feel, like I said, I feel better. My eating habits are a lot better. I'm eating very good protein, and with the supplements, I can see how it's sculpting me, to be much better, and how I look to the outside as well as on the inside. And I just think they're great. And like I said, they're all natural, and I have no side effects. It's great. It's perfect. So.
Yay. So anybody listening out there who either they're a couple, they're a man, they're a female, obviously, either one or the other, and what would you say to them if they said, I have 30 pounds to lose, I have 70 pounds to lose, I have 10 pounds to lose? I don't know. I've heard this woman on the phone forever and ever and ever, but I should be able to do this by myself. I know what to eat. I just can't do it alone, because I hear that all the time, people being embarrassed that they have to go to a specialist to help them do what they know already that they should do, but somehow, we all don't have, we don't muster the energy or the motivation it takes, and we're embarrassed. And I'm saying, don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. I know you know what to do, but sometimes we need a little extra help. Would you agree with that one?
Absolutely. And I think that's where the accountability comes in key, because, every week when I walk in there, I say, man, I want to make you happy. I want to make myself happy by seeing what the result is for the week. And, I've tried other programs over the years. Yeah, okay, I lose 5-10 pounds maybe, but then you put it right back on. But this is like a lifestyle change. This is your eating changes. Never been hungry on the plan, but I do eat better. I don't eat, like I said, the old fads. I don't have, while I'm going through this right now, and those starches, alcohol, dairy, sweets. Everybody says, "Oh my God, I never do that." You'd be surprised how easy it is to do when you put your mind to it. And the key is you want to have to do it. And those are two of the key. I remember my first walk into your office and you said, well, rate yourself how much you want to lose. I put down a 10, from 1 to 10 because that's, I was at the mindset, but I just needed that little extra, kick or accountability. And you've been great. And not only that, we talk about more stuff than just weight loss, where it's almost like you become, a friend, which you have, and what you have. And it's just great.
That's what separates her from everyone else. Jeff, great job. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back on the other side. Don't forget, 1-800-900-THIN, 1-800-900-THIN, 1-800-900-THIN. Dr. Bridget Schufo here till 10 o'clock, and much more success and good news to help you achieve your weight loss goals, but more importantly, keep it off. That's next on KDKA.
In Pittsburgh, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 25 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
A divorce is more than just legal paperwork. It's a life change. The stress, the uncertainty, the tough conversations. Cordell & Cordell understands what it's really like to face the unknown. The law firm of Cordell & Cordell has been representing clients during these transitions for over 35 years, helping you focus on what matters most. You don't have to go through it alone. If you or someone you know is facing a divorce or family law matter, visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
Drone shows are better than fireworks. Fireworks are static. They're the same. Drone shows are able to evolve. The one thing fireworks have over drone shows are the sound. Fireworks go boom. Okay, we like that. But if you've seen one fireworks show, you've seen them all.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It is 74 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 9:30. I'm Rob Taylor. A 17-year-old male has died after being shot downtown Pittsburgh overnight. It happened around 12:15 at the intersection of Penn and 7th Avenues. 17-year-old was shot in the chest. He was later taken to the hospital where he died. Police detained one person for questioning. No formal arrests have been made. No word on any suspect description. Well, police are trying to determine who crashed their car into a parked emergency services SUV in West Elizabeth Township. Police say it happened back on May 30th. West Elizabeth Township and the Elizabeth Township Police Department put up videos on social media showing a woman driving past the emergency services SUV and then backing into it. Later, the female driver gets out the vehicle and assesses the damage on the SUV and then leaves the scene, according to police. Elizabeth police are asking you to give them a call. with any information on the incident. KDK Sports, the Pirates back in action today. It's a 12:15 first pitch from PNC Park as they take on the Miami Marlins in the rubber game of the series. KDK Radio News Time, it's 9:31. Next update's at 10. I'm Rob Taylor on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Tell me this wouldn't sound nice. Reduced joint pain, improved libido, restful sleep, and lower anxiety. Weight loss may be the goal, but the added benefits by doing it with Awaken 180 are endless. Awaken180weightloss.com. It's the weekly program that keeps you current with the latest travel trends and vacation values. Listen to AAA's Talking Travel every Saturday morning at 11 on KDKA Radio. March of Dimes, it starts with Mom PA Military Shower, helps pregnant military families have one less thing to worry about with a fun, informative, and free baby shower. Saturday, August 22nd at the 316th Sustainment Command. If you're pregnant and you or your partner are an E6 or below active duty, reserve, or veteran military service member, call 412-506-8610 to join them.
Details at kdkaradio.com.
This Father's Day at Lowe's, we have extra big deals for a very limited time, so you can get Dad the gift he's been wishing for. Get a free Select Craftsman, DeWalt, or Cobalt battery when you buy a Select Combo Kit. Plus, save $90 on a Cobalt 24-volt battery string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit. Now $129. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/15 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Expect a couple of thunderstorms beginning in the late morning and continuing into the evening hours. Expect a high of 79, then partly cloudy tonight with a low 54. It'll be nice tomorrow and less humid with a partly sunny sky, high 69. Then Tuesday, mix of clouds and sunshine, high 73. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Nicole Joniak, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following is paid for by Dr. Shufo's Weight Loss and Wellness.
These are the people who make Pittsburgh work. This is Pittsburgh Works on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Dr. Bridget Shufo, 1-800-900-THIN. And now a drum roll, please, because she's got a brand new product to tell you all about, and you don't want to miss by getting in and making that call to get this product while the shelves are stocked, because if anything, I know Dr. Shufo, when she brings out something brand new, it goes very quickly. So 1-800-900-THIN. Can't wait. What's the new recipe for success, Doc?
Well, what do we all do? We age. And the older we get, we want to age well. And so my brand new supplement is called Age Well. And we've been working on it for a couple of years, and what it does is it promotes graceful aging. It's great for brain health and focus, because how many times do we say as we get older, I can't remember, why'd I walk into this room? I know I came in, where's my keys? So it helps with focusing, it helps with memory, and it gives energy a boost. And so many times we feel tired, we feel lethargic, that middle of the day between 2 and 4, we get tired. This is all for that with graceful aging. It promotes healthy aging. It boosts energy. It helps maintain cognitive function. That's of the brain. It enhances liver detoxification, which pulls out the bad stuff of our body and detoxes it. It supports normal blood sugar. It supports normal insulin levels, and it works. You take 2 capsules a day, and you can see the body helping in a better way. You can help the brain, and it helps with energy. I've been taking it for a while now, just to see how I'm feeling as I take it, and it really does make a difference. I'm away right this weekend with a friend, and I'm the one that has the energy. She wants to go home and take a little nap maybe in the later part of the day. And you don't need it. You don't need it. It really, really helps. The goal is to give energy, to soothe stress, to banish that brain fog. It helps to get unwanted substances out of the body, and it helps to build a healthy immune system. And who doesn't want to age well? You want to age well, Rob. I want to age well. So this is a supplement, like I said, that we've been working on for about 18, 19 months, and it really does work, called Age Well. You know what? It's not even on our website yet. That's how, Brett, because I was leaving for the weekend, and I received the product, and so we didn't even get it on the website yet. So all you have to do, though, is call me at the office, and I'll get back to you, and we can send it out to you before Thursday. And it really, really does work. You take 2 capsules a day. Brain fog. Keep remembering that. Memory helps with that. Helps build the immune system. Helps detoxify the body. It just works and helps us age well. And that is the name of the product, Age Well. So brand new product, bringing it out today for the first time, and it works. So how would you like to feel all those things, Rob?
Absolutely. Here's the thing, too, that a lot of people don't realize. By losing weight and keeping it off, it slows the aging process down. Inflammation alone is a huge reason why we slow down later in life, and the ability to have motion starts to really decrease because of inflammation, and more importantly, you have breathing issues. So please explain how just getting weight off 25, 50 pounds can really shave years off your life and make you feel happy and healthy and energetic, and you have energy again, which keeps you youthful because it keeps you on the move. Doc.
You know, what they call sugar, and remember what sugars are in my little Shufoism. Starches, alcohol, dairy, sweets. I call them SADs. And SADs the breakdown leads to sugar. And they're the aging power of sugar. Listen to these stats. Eating a lot of sugar causes your body to age at 7 times its natural rate. That's gigantic. Eating a lot of sugar, and that involves the starches, that involves the alcohol, that involves some dairies, and that involves the sweets. Eating a lot of sugar causes your body to age at 7 times its natural rate. So sugar actually is the primary driver of the aging process, and it doesn't work. And so eating a lot of sugar ages your body at 7 times. We know sugar is bad for your teeth. It's bad for your waistline. It has a big role in diabetes. But that's kind of just the beginning of the story. There's a study out there that they looked at 342 middle-aged women and found the cells, the tissues, and the overall system of those that followed an eating plan low in sugar were biologically younger than their actual age. But the opposite, for each additional gram of added sugar people ate each day, they were 7 days older every time they were eating more sugar than their body could tolerate. We're not meant to do that. God made sugars primarily in fruit. There's some in vegetables, but primarily in fruit. But what we've done is added the factories, and then they put in the processed sugar, and that's what's going to kill us. That's what is a big contributor to the cancers these days, to heart disease, lung disease, diabetes, the joint diseases, and it just doesn't work. So keep thinking about that the sugar that we put into our body really accelerates our aging process, and we don't want to do that. We want to eat the natural sugars in fruits, but then again, with the summer being here and fruits, we have to can't overdose on fruits. If we stay at the adage, and I hate numbers, but if we stay at the adage that we want to keep our sugars at about 30 grams a day of sugar, a mango alone has 45 grams of sugar. That's huge. That gives us almost 1.5 times what we need in a daily diet. So we have to, watch our fruit. People don't realize that bananas have a lot of fruit or sugar. Grapes have a lot of sugar. Apples have a lot of sugar. So you want to stay with things like blueberries, with like melons. These are the things that work with the body that keep our sugars at bay. I mean, I'm not saying that a good mango every now and then is okay, but not on a daily basis. So we keep remembering the aging power of sugar causes the body to age 7 times its natural rate. And we want to keep that low for the aging process alone. You combine that with the new product called Age Well. We will feel younger as far as how we're feeling, but biologically, our body will age backwards. And that's what we want to happen. Sound good?
It sounds good. Listen, talk about why people need to stock up on their supplements, their food and protein. They need to do it by phone, 1-800-900-THIN, or online before June 17th. Explain why that has to be done by June 17th so they can get their product by July 1st. Doc.
The office will be only open this week on Wednesday, and then we will be closed for another 11 days. No one will be in the office, so if you need product for the next couple weeks, because I will be out of the country, finding out why French women don't get fat, and we're going to, so any supplements you need. And you know what? Jeff brought up, our previous caller brought up about protein. I never talk about our protein powders, our protein shakes. And we have a big canister of vanilla shake, a big canister of chocolate shake. It's 30 servings, and you can get that. It's very, very clean. It's very tasty, and you can get that. And then I have individual servings of 7 individual envelopes, which come in a multitude of flavors. It comes in the fruit flavors. It comes in dark chocolate, vanilla, peach mango, raspberry, berry blast, all of these different flavors. And people take those on vacation. And so many people will have a protein shake, which you just open an envelope and put it into water, shake it up, and there's your breakfast in the morning. It gives you 15 to 30 grams of sugar per serving, which is wonderful because we want to have an average of about 100 grams of sugar or 100 grams of protein a day. So you start out your day with 15 to 30 grams of protein, you're feeling pretty good. And then Jeff didn't say this when he called, but his, like he said, my kryptonite is potato chips. Well, I've got some chips to help people through, and they have 15 grams of protein per bag. Can you overdose on them? Absolutely not. But we've got them. And I've got protein bars and I've got protein snacks. And I bring this up because when the USDA changed the food pyramid and it said eat more protein, everything now that you see in the stores have protein popcorn, protein candy bars, protein this, protein that. They're not good. They're processed foods. They're not good. Just because it says it has protein doesn't mean it's healthy. So I know the protein bars, the protein snacks, the protein drinks that we have. We have some protein oatmeal and some protein pancakes. They're better than the average bear. Are they 100% fabulous to eat? No, nothing is going to be that you have added protein, but they're better than the average bear, and I highly recommend them. We can send out the protein snacks, protein drinks, and our protein drinks, I will comment on this, they are fabulous. I'll start my day out with a protein drink many, many, many times because sometimes you get tired of eggs or tired of certain things. So protein snacks, protein drinks are great, and we've got them available. We can have them to you by the beginning of next week. So great thing to take on vacation as well.
1-800-900-THIN. Don't delay. Make sure you get those orders in by June 17th so you can get shipment by July 1st. We got one more great segment. Lots of this stuff to get to. Dr. Bridget Shufo, before she takes off for France, she's got some closing comments that you don't want to miss out. And if you get started, just imagine when you'll be by the time she gets back and we roll into July and get ready to celebrate our 250th birthday. So don't put it off. Make today the first day of the rest of your life. It's 1-800-900-THIN, 1-800-900-THIN.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Did you feel that drafty breeze from your windows this winter? Yikes, it was scary cold. But just as scary is that you now know that your windows will let in that hot, humid air all summer. Let PJ Fitzpatrick help reduce your utility bills with custom-made, double-insulated replacement windows. PJ provides peace of mind with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. Plus, PJ Fitzpatrick has a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. You can have it all. Visit trustpj.com today for your new windows. That's trustpj.com.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LendSeek.com.
These are the people who make Pittsburgh work. This is Pittsburgh Works on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
1-800-900-THIN, 1-800-900-THIN. The final few minutes, all Dr. Bridget Truffaut, who's joining us live today from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, and music to my ears anytime she drops by to help people achieve their weight loss goals. Go ahead, Doc.
You know what I wanted to say in the last segment is about the supplements. We have another great supplement called Sugar and Starch Blocker, because this show's about sugar and because sugar is deadly to us. Sugar and Starch Blocker. You basically take a capsule 15 to 30 minutes before you're going to have a meal that may have more sugar than you'd like. And it pulls the up to 50%. It pulls up to 50% of the sugars out of the body. That's why it's like you take the capsule 15 to 30 minutes before you're going to ingest, let's say, a big Italian meal, you know, with the pasta, with the wine, with the bread. And the capsule's in your belly waiting for these sugars to come down. And yes, in the form of alcohol, in the form of bread, in the form of pasta. And then it takes up to 50% and it doesn't let it get absorbed. And it passes through the body without getting absorbed. That's a wonderful supplement to have. It's called the Sugar and Starch Blocker. It's wonderful. And, you know, one bottle, which has 90 capsules, might last you a couple years. I mean, that's how good it is. That's one. I'm trying to think of different supplements that people love. Belly Be Gone. How do you like that one? Belly Be Gone. Again, you take 2 to 3 capsules a day. You follow a decent eating plan, which I'll send along with the supplements, and the belly does go down. All of a sudden, your waist isn't as thick, and that's another supplement. I have a great detox and sugar maintenance that I place people on when they first start the program. The detox helps pull all the excess toxins out of the system. And what are toxins? It's the air we breathe. It's the caffeine. It's the nicotine. It's any alcohol. It's the junk in our living environment, and it pulls the toxins out. When the toxins are pulled out, the ligaments, the tendons, the organs, the bloodstream, everything acts more effectively and more efficiently. And when they act better, we feel better. We lose weight better, and life becomes better, and we slow the aging process down again. Then I have, and that's called the tri-phase detox because it works on 3 angles of detoxification. I have something called sugar maintenance, and sugar maintenance pulls the excess sugars out of our body. And so if we overindulge a little during the day, we can take a couple of those and they will help pull the excess sugars. Nothing, and I comment, nothing works as good as a healthy eating plan, but these are backups that help tremendously. And then I've got 4 supplements that help really up the metabolism, make us not have the cravings that we have because where we go to food for boredom, for stress, for anxiety, for depression, for happiness, for sadness, for anger, where we eat emotionally. And that's the metabolism booster, the mango lean, the think thin, and then the belly be gone. Those 4 all work on the processes of metabolism that slow down as we age. We've got, as Jeff mentioned earlier, something called gut health. It's the best probiotic and the best prebiotic. It supplies the body with the good bacteria of the body and the food that feeds the good bacteria of the body. So if you've got any Crohn's, if you've got irritable bowel, any of those, the gut health is one of my better products that help with the GI system altogether. So we've got some great supplements. I have a PM weight loss that men love, and I call that the fat-seeking missile. You take it, it goes into the body, looks for the fat, and escorts it out, the PM weight loss. I kind of nicknamed it in the early days. I called it PM because we thought it was better on arresting metabolism. But now I call it the Pac-Man of weight loss. Pac-Man goes into the system, looks for the fat, and escorts it right out. I've got the best body shapers you'll ever find in the world, and they are your fish oils, your essential fatty acids, and they help shape the body. And you brought it up earlier, Rob, when you said inflammation. Inflammation ages us, and the body shapers really work on inflammation, and it's great. So we've got a lot of supplements in addition to the protein supplements, and then our brand new supplement, Age Well, which actually slows down the aging process. So all of those combined with a great eating plan with accountability, that's exactly what the program does altogether. And soon you'll be a new woman, the incredible shrinking man, and you'll feel so much better. If you got weddings coming up, if you got reunions coming up, and my dear friend Sheila up in Milford, Connecticut, she's getting married September 12th. She's following a great healthy eating plan, and she's going to be the most beautiful bride in the world. And we went to Villanova together, so I love her dearly, and a shout-out to her because she's listening in Connecticut. How do you like that, Rob?
That's pretty impressive. I like that a lot. Hey, we got a couple of minutes left. Just please go over one more time why they need to get all their product in by June 17th, which is this coming Wednesday, either by phone or online. Go ahead.
Because I'm going to France to find out the research on the book, Why French Women Don't Get Fat. That's the name of the book. You can look it up on Google, Why French Women Don't Get Fat. I'm going to come back and we're going to tell all the American women and men why French women don't get fat so we can join them and make our society in America a healthier society. And so therefore, any supplements new, if you're new, and by the way, I get this question asked all the time, can I just get your supplements and not enroll in your program? Absolutely. I do that all the time. I've been doing that for 40-some years. So absolutely, you can get supplements without enrolling with the product. I send you a sheet of how to take them. I also send you the eating plan. And you can try it on your own and see how you're doing, and you'll do great. And it just, I call it willpower in a capsule because it just gives you the extra incentive, helps the body, helps the mind to do the way you're supposed to do it, and it works. So all these extra supplements, but the office is only open this coming Wednesday. until July 1, basically. So any products that you need, any supplements, any people that are present clients of mine, take an inventory of your supplements, see if you need anything, and if you need something, I'll send it out to you immediately on Wednesday, and you'll have it, you'll have your containers before I get back, and you won't run out. Anybody that wants to just do supplements with an eating plan, there you go. I'll send them out to you with instructions of how to take the supplements. And I mean, at least get the Age Well, the sugar and starch blocker, the Belly Be Gone. I mean, they all work great. And like we talked earlier, inflammation is a key to aging, and this show has been about aging well.
Right.
Get that brand new product called Age Well. Feel better, eliminate brain fog, and boost the immune system. You'll feel great.
1-800-900-THIN, 1-800-900-THIN. Doc, we'll see you on July 26th, same time, same station. Have a safe trip and enjoy. And the Knicks are the world champions.
Go Nova Knicks, baby. Have a great week, everyone.
There she goes, the great Dr. Bridget Shufo. She loves New York City, and she loves her Knicks and Villanova. 1-800-900-THIN. News coming up next at 10.
The proceeding was paid for by Dr. Shufo's Weight Loss and Wellness. Information on the program was intended to solely further the public's general knowledge about the product. Opinions expressed should not be relied upon for any purpose by any member of the audience. News Radio KDKA does not guarantee the accuracy of any of the information heard on the preceding program.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
Hall of Fame broadcaster Bill Hillgrove, we need to get you as the cover boy for an effort to reignite the regatta. You could do this by barefoot skiing coming down the Ohio River towards the point.
I swam in the Allegheny, and that was enough of that. Now, water skiing, you stay out of the water if you're good.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Andy Amrine here for Harmony Garden Organic Insect Control. This is not your average garden variety insect killer. Harmony is your only insect control you need for your garden. Nothing is safer, nothing works better than Harmony. Spray your trees, flowers, plants to kill garden pests including aphids, green fruit worms, mites, soil lice, and russets. To get your bottle of Harmony, ask for it at any participating True Value hardware store or online at harmonyoic.com.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, this is Lisa. You'll only find me at Nest Expressions Window Fashions. Blind shades, shutters, and draperies are my passion. Call me 724-933-5500. NestExpressions.com.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. We are Blood Cancer United. We do the most for more people with blood cancer. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 74 degrees. Pittsburgh International at 10 o'clock. I'm Rob Taylor. Pittsburgh police are investigating after a 17-year-old male was shot and killed overnight in downtown. This happened at the intersection of Penn and 7th Avenues around 12:15 this morning. When police arrived, they found the 17-year-old male shot in the chest. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police detained one person for questioning. No formal arrests have been made. Right now, no word on any suspect descriptions. At a pool party in Penn Hills, Allegheny County Police say shots rang out. At least one person was shot and taken to the hospital. No word on their condition. Police say it all happened at the Olympic Swim Club on Twin Oak Drive. More than 100 people were at the pool party when officers were called to that area around 10:25 Saturday night. Witnesses say they heard multiple gunshots. No word on any suspect descriptions in this case. A roofer sustained life-threatening injuries after falling 30 to 40 feet at Robert Morris University in Moon Township. This happened Friday around noon. Robert Morris says the contractor was working at Washington Hall. Contractor's condition is unknown this morning. A woman died in a 3-vehicle crash Friday evening in Butler County. Police say the crash happened on Oneida Valley Road near Woods Run Road around 5:30 Friday evening in Venango Township, Washington County, or rather Butler County. A preliminary investigation revealed that a vehicle driving on Oneida Valley Road veered into the southbound lane, striking 2 vehicles. The female driver in that first vehicle died. The passenger in the vehicle was taken to the hospital. No word on the person's condition, and the woman who died is yet to be publicly identified. Today is Flag Day officially. Many Pittsburghers may not know that the National Flag Foundation is in downtown Pittsburgh.
And it was brought here many years ago to highlight the importance of our region in history, ranging from the Revolutionary War through the Industrial Revolution, and even now with energy.
That's the foundation's chairman, Romel Nicholas. On the Big K Morning Show, he talked about its mission.
Its mission is simple: to educate about the American flag and honor those who serve to protect it.
National Flag Foundation is located at the Coppers Building in downtown. KDKA Radio News Time is 10:02. The AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice, the village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.